I just don't want to do that. It should not be this difficult. It's like I'm not trying to have a disdain for men. I'm not trying to be a misandrist. I'm not trying to H-word men again. But it's like, how could you not?
These types of videos always make me laugh because it's almost as if the women don't think that we men have any common sense.
I really don't like getting serious on TikTok, and I really do not like long videos. But this is just something that's been weighing on my heart and my mind for a couple weeks. A couple weeks ago, something happened to me within a relationship, and it really just opened my eyes as to like how hurtful men are. I've known that for quite some time, but it's like men are so hurtful with no remorse.
Nah. As a young man, I've endured the crucible of trying to get female attention and validation. Won't do that again? Story for another day. Sure, no one can be more cruel than a young female, especially to a guy who she does not find attractive. See, men, unlike women, will at least give you a mercy. Even if we don't think that you're attractive, catch us on the right day, you stand a chance. But when you are a young man and you're trying to get attention from a woman and she finds you unattractive, young or old, to them you do not exist.
No care in the world, like they don't give a. And it's just becoming a little much for me. Last night was the nail in the coffin though. I'm not doing a story time because I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. But men are just so hurtful, and it's like, I no longer have a desire to get in a relationship. I no longer have the desire to get married.
Why not?
Damn near about to give up on my dreams of becoming a mom one day. Like,
you sound like dudes.
I can't deal with it anymore, you guys. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, take a break. I took a break all this year. I done read the self-help books. Okay. I done watched Shira 7. It's like...
Yo, did sis just say Shira 7? Sprinkle. Shira 7 of all people. No wonder sis having trouble with men. Shira 7 of all people. God dang.
I actually want the love. I don't want to...
Okay. Sprinkle.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to use a man for money. Like, don't want to just use him for what he can do for me, even though that's what they do to us. I just don't want to do that. It should not be this difficult. It's like I'm not trying to have a disdain for men. I'm not trying to be a misandrist. I'm not trying to H-word men again. But it's like, how could you not? They are so hurtful. They are disrespectful, disloyal, rude, selfish. Think about nobody but themselves. And I'm sure there are some good men out there. I met one before. One. You guys are going to say, oh, maybe it's you. Because I know the men are going to come in and just put it all back on me. They're going to completely dismiss my feelings and put it back on me. I'm used to it.
Feelings. Keyword.
I'm the one actually in therapy working through things and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Having to go to therapy for people who won't go to therapy or who don't see any wrong in their behavior. God, I can't do it no more, you guys. I don't wanna be involved with men anymore. So I think it's just time for me to just really focus on myself, 103,000%. Like, really just strictly lock in on everything that I want to do.
You should.
Everything I want to do. I don't have time for the games. I don't have time to get my heart broken again. I don't have time to be pulling up on you. Like, I don't have time to be finding addresses and stuff like that anymore. I don't have time, but just, I can't take it anymore, you guys. It took everything in me last night not to cry, but it's like, I feel defeated. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
These types of videos always make me laugh because it's almost as if the women don't think that we men have any common sense. Let me explain. We all can agree that she's a fairly attractive woman. I mean, she might not be every man's cup of tea, but I think she's attractive. And for any woman that's at least halfway decent, if she's making these types of complaints, she isn't really saying that there isn't any good men. What she's actually saying is that the men that she wants don't want her.
Men like toxic, sprinkle. Okay? If y'all haven't realized by now, men like toxic women.
Bruh.
They get bored of the nice women and they go look for the toxic women. Okay? So just understand that no matter what you heard, no matter what they're saying, they like toxic women, believe me. And no matter if a man says, I don't like kids or animals, once you bring them animals and the kids in the house, they're going to love them. Okay? Don't listen to them. Stick to your plans.
Y'all gonna be lonely as hell listening to that woman. Make it make sense. I'm going for a job. Hey, I want you to behave a certain way on my job, employee. No, I hear everything that you're saying, employer, but I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. You know why? Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Men do not know how lucky they are when a girl actually likes them. Like, do you know how many unanswered texts I have in my phone from men who I take literal days, if not weeks, to respond to? Do you know that the fact I'm responding to you the same business day is a privilege?
Nah.
I don't think they do. I don't think they know.
Okay, you liking me doesn't make me lucky. Me liking you makes you lucky. How come, you ask? Well, relationships for you equates to protection and provision at a certain level, while for me, relationships equate to sloppy box and top ramen if I'm lucky. With that being said, the prettier a woman is, the more she's expecting, or should I say, the prettier a woman is, the more that society expects that you should give to her. The more handsome that a man is, but the more handsome that a man is, doesn't negate what he's expected to bring to the table. Shoot, as a matter of fact, if you're an ugly man, you're expected to bring even more to the table. With that being said, it's not the same. Different currencies, mama.
More men can understand this, but when you breach the trust in your own relationship because you decided to cheat on your girl, lie to her, betray her, and then you come back and ask her for a second chance, during that second chance, I hope you know you traumatized your girl. And because she's experiencing trauma, she's going to need a lot of reassurance in order for her to heal. How do you provide a lot of reassurance? She's going to question you a lot more, and she's going to ask you who you're with, what time you're going to be home, where you're going, are you going to betray me again? Do you love me? Are you going to hurt me again? And so forth, because she's craving this reassurance. So every single time she asks you all of these questions, you're probably going to get annoyed and calling her clingy, calling her needy, and start an argument with her. But at the end of the day, anyone that is healing from trauma, their new love language is reassurance. And if you want your girl to heal from the betrayal that you've caused, you are going to have to provide a substantial amount of reassurance, because that is how your girl is going to heal.
Nah. You know what you're in for. If the dude was a cheater and you decided to stay with that cheater, then it's on you. In my opinion, just leave. The best way to heal from these types of situations is to leave. And if you decide to be goofy enough to get back with the dude, at least you had a chance to heal, so now you won't sabotage it if he is indeed a better person. But in my opinion, it's best to just leave. Why stick it out with a dude like that? There's so many other dudes out there.
This man asked how old I was. I said, guess. He said 21. I said, I'm definitely 29. He said, oh, I definitely thought you were 28. I was trying to be nice. I'm like, why do you think 28 would be old?
Guessing games.
I wouldn't have had a problem with that. He said, okay, but let's be honest. Right now, you're Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's. But at 30, you're going to be Walmart. And in 10 years, you're going to be Goodwill. So I suggest you marry me now.
Oh, man. Woo. Come on, man. The game can't be that dry out here. You can't be trying to shame a lady into liking you, my guy. That's a proposal that's easy to refuse.
How long have you been friends?
10 years. Yeah, 10 years. 10 going on 11 years.
In that time period, have you never had feelings for each other?
No, like he's been just such a great friend. So like I couldn't like see the other side of it.
Could you ever see her being your wife one day?
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
So you wouldn't rule that out?
I wouldn't completely.
Never thought about it.
I've never 100% thought about it. I mean, it's possible, but yeah, we're friends.
How come it's a possibility in your mind, but for you, you're like, I would just never look at him that way?
We've been such good friends. I don't want to ruin the friendship.
How could you ruin a friendship by getting closer?
Well, you know, like when people take friendships into relationships, they're not meant to be in a relationship. They were always meant to be friends.
He just doesn't fit that box?
No, I wouldn't say that, because he fits all the boxes.
Then why not move the relationship further?
I never thought about it, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can have guy friends.
No, you can't.
No, who told you that? The only way you have a guy friend is you're saying we're only friends. They're hanging out with you in hopes of something else happening. They hang out with you and they circle like buzzards, waiting on a crack in the door, a chink in the armor. Guys are not made that way. Men, you don't hang out with fly chicks to be their friend. You hope you catch them hurting one day and you're there for them. And look at all the guys over there clapping. Look at all of them. Look at the cameraman, he never claps. The guys know I'm telling you the truth.
I don't know if you guys heard the quote, when somebody shows you who they are for the first time, believe them. The fact of the matter is, every guy, as a matter of fact, the guy that you're probably dating right now, it's a good chance that he was waiting in the wings for an opportunity to smash. Do you consider your now boyfriend as your friend? If you do, let me ask you a question. Does he still want to f you? Oh, he does. Even though he considers you a friend? Well, if he still wants to f you while he considers you a friend, that means that oh yeah. What's good, everybody? This is Bagman Ejay. Let's get into it.
For sure, you're right on. For sure, you're right on.
Wait. I hope God is not giving me a sign. Is that a sign?
Yo, I can't lie. That'd be wild as hell to see, especially if it's your first date.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Hey, give me your ticket.
You paying?
Yeah.
You about to pay.
Yeah, I'm about to pay. Give me the ticket.
I thought you were just playing.
You're not fooling anybody. You're supposed to be the stud homie, and you're over there giving the boy googly eyes from the other side of the table. You know what you doing.
I invited you out.
I'm sorry, give me a sec. I'm not used to paying. Like,
oh, man, don't act like that, bro.
I'm just so used to always having to pay. You don't understand.
Don't start all that female stuff, bro.
I am a female.
Bro, chill out, bro.
Everywhere I go, when I'm with somebody, I'm always having to pay. You don't understand. Are you for real?
Man, hurry up, I tell you one.
Okay, yeah. I just can't believe this. I should have got more food.
I'll buy you another water, too.
And boom, just like that, the Damsel in Distress act. Nah, but real talk, welcome to our world, sis. It really warms my heart to see a woman who truly understands. Pants or a dress, if a female pulls this off, it immediately tugs at a man's ego.
Let me clarify this. Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, if you are not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting? Is that what you're telling us?
You want to know what I find so crazy about that argument? It's the fact that, first off, I'm about 85% sure that this woman is a hyper-feminist. And if I'm wrong, you can correct me. However, it's also the fact that, by her logic, she would have to admit that she does believe that men and women are different socially. And she would not only have to admit that, but she would also have to admit that she's okay with that. Because I'm 99.9999998% sure that she does not hold women to this same standard. I honestly believe that it's people like this talking about this situation that if they were near that situation would have been the same ones asking not just anybody, but asking the men why they didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite ironic, isn't it? I find it very funny that they uphold the same patriarchy that they swear to destroy. Because it's oppression and misogyny until it benefits them.
Mic drop, young homie. I couldn't have said it any better. I think it's weird to really expect protection and provision from men while at the same time behaving as if you don't need men.
Messing with a redhead doesn't count as dating a white woman because our slurs use the same letters.
49.
I'm 22.
Has dating gotten easier for you or harder?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Why do you say that?
Because I just left my husband.
Is your still as high as it was when you were her age?
Oh my God, it's higher, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm older, I must admit,
Higher. Like at 22, I had no idea what was going on. At 45, yeah.
Now you know exactly how to pleasure a
I know
man.
exactly what to tell you, where to go, how to get there, and a little then more and then some.
I mean, you like a young guy, right?
I
Not just all about.
wouldn't mind trying that out.
Might as well have some fun while you're still here.
Listen, I met my husband 20 years ago.
Let's not talk about that.
Young.
I'm in Miami for the weekend. You know what I'm saying, sweetheart?
I remember what a young boy tastes like. I wouldn't mind tasting that again.
Jamaican chocolate?
I love that. Yes.
I mean, we are on an island. We might as well.
I mean, we're tropical people, aren't we? I'm Dominican.
All right, so when are we going to send the little kid home? You know what I'm saying? Like, the hotel room is back there,
She's
baby.
my roommate. I could send her home, but no!
Some dudes may try to play the little game like, oh my God, she's straightforward. She's a hoe. Look, listen, if you know what you want, I don't consider you a hoe. I consider you as my type.
I do not correct my husband. I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self-correct.
All right.
I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I married him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way.
Yeah, I can see that.
To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions.
Yeah.
But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful and talk to him like a child.
Yo, I'm not going to lie, man. I really feel this video right here. See, this is what we need more of nowadays. Because, you know, we have all this talk about, you know, high value men, high value women, modern men. But what's missing is people that truly understand one another. For example, this woman right here, she understands her man and the way that men operate, you know. And nothing's more beautiful than that, than a woman who understands that and remains in her feminine. Because when you do that, you can get what you need out of a man more so, you know. And I think that's what's really missing. So I think we need to get back to that. At any rate, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Okay.
Hello? Babe. Hello, babe. Hello, babe.
Whoa.
Dubai is the only city in the world where the women run circles on the men without the men having a clue. What I mean by that is there are women out here who've got their house paid for, their rent paid for, they got their car and they got an allowance and they're using that money to go on dates with their boyfriend while their husband's at work.
Now, what do you say about that? You know, we try to blame the condition of the women over here on Western feminism, right? But isn't Dubai ruled by a strict patriarchy? Comment below if I'm incorrect on that. This just goes to show that no matter where you are in the world, if you don't have a backbone, the women will run you.
I know what my partner is going for, and I know what she ain't going for. Oh, yeah. Baby, listen.
That's facts.
If we can go to lunch, we can't go to no dinner, though.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But this is why I say that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with a very intentional, attractive female.
Oh, yeah.
Women don't understand a man will play his role for years.
Facts.
For one slip up. Wow. So as far as you think, oh man, Jason, that's my friend. I seen Jason, baby.
Right.
Jason.
You seen that type.
Jason ain't even acknowledged me as your man.
Wow.
Come on, man. Look, I know you've heard it before, but men and women can't be friends, not in the way that you think. No heterosexual man wants to do with you the things that you have in your mind that you would do with your friends. People just can't seem to get that past their head. We know, even if you don't know, that so-called male friend of yours, that's not your male friend.
Pass.
Okay.
Smash.
I don't think you new cats understand how lucky you guys are. Back in my day, the only girls who were into gamers were girls who were not that attractive or girls who liked girls, if you know what I mean.
Since I was 20 years old, I've gone back and forth between being a spicy dancer and being a sugar baby. Usually this is so empowering and I just think, fuck men. But once a month I get to the point in my journey where I'm really needing someone to give me the love that I so graciously give to strangers. To all the men, I'm this beautiful fantasy, but then I come home and my reality is a mess. I'm just longing for a human to want me outside of that fantasy. Love me for the parts where I'm not so glitz and it's not so glamorous. You put so much effort into men at the club or out on a date, and you just wish you could come home and have someone give you that same kind of effort. Then there's a part of me that feels like I'm not even capable of love, or that no one is capable of loving me, because I entertain men for a living. It's frustrating because I'm so capable of seeing these men for who they are. I'm able to be so sympathetic to their life and their needs. So why is it so hard for a man to do the same for me?
Because you were instant thought.
Mind and realize how beneficial this is for me to make money and to live my life and to live creatively. I love it in the moment,
have it both
then
ways.
society happens.
I'm just going to add a different perspective to this whole Will and Jada thing. Hear me out. What if we only know work Will? What if we only know on the job Will and that guy is a good guy, he's nice and everything? Okay. But what if, at home, he's a passive leader? He said so in his own books, that he's passive, that he's fearful. Can you imagine that as a leader in your household? How annoying that is? Passive leadership brings upon strife and confusion. Maybe Jada got tired of being the decision maker for everything in her household. Maybe she had to do all the initiating and planning. What if Will lacked effective emotional communication styles?
Good point.
Because passive men can be stonewallers. And stonewalling, intentional or unintentional, can kill a relationship over time. Indeed. Will said in his own book that he never said one word to Tupac. Do you know how passive and intimidated he had to be to not even acknowledge that man? And as a wife, if your husband is passive and you witness something like that, it make you feel some type of way. At the very least, you lose some respect for your husband. Will slapping Chris is his insecurities on display. Trying to intimidate little Tommy Davidson, his insecurities on display because he's a small man on the inside of that big frame. I still plan on watching his movies because I'm all about on the job Will, for sure. And I'm probably going to read her book because, we can shit on a strong black woman in a minute.
Hilarious.
There's 3 dates I gotta take you on before I even think about getting serious, let alone cuffing you. Number 1 is a competitive date. This could be go-kart racing, paintball, laser tag, bowling. I gotta see if you got that dog in you. When it comes to these, I'm not doing no playing with you. I'm talking about celebrations, talking shit. I'm gonna get under your skin. Especially bowling, I'm in that bit like. Number 2, that's a movie date. I think there is such a thing as proper movie etiquette. Like, is you talking too much? Are you on your phone? Are you asking me questions about a movie we both seen for the first time? If your yap skills are on Hall of Fame, that's something I gotta know. Last but not least, I gotta take you to at least one fancy. Me, the food be mid, it's really just overpriced. But I gotta take you to at least one fancy restaurant. The reason being, I gotta see if you new to this or not. Like, do you know what you doing? Is the napkin on your lap? Are you using the proper utensils? What type of drinks are you ordering? Do you know the names of the champagnes? You recording everything? Are you recording me? Then if this our first couple times dating, it show me if you greedy or not. Are you ordering everything on the menu? And with this one, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. I just kind of got to know what I'm getting into. You feel me?
Now I can get behind this right here, especially number 3. See, I had a Pakistani friend who told me once that he likes to take girls out to expensive restaurants to see what they're going to order, right? And I was like, dude, that's a waste of time and money. He said, no, 1, if you got it, it's not a waste of time. And 2, it's not so much about the price that you're spending because you save more money on the front end than you do on the back. When you take her out to eat at the expensive restaurant, watch how she orders. If she orders like she's trying to be considerate of your pocket, don't take offense. It lets you know that, hey, you have a considerate woman. He said those are things that you'll never find out if you take her to a cheap restaurant because she has no choice but to go cheap.
When is it time for the woman to pay? How many days should a man take you on before the woman offers to? Never. Okay, because that's not my currency. Men and women have 2 very different currencies.
You know what? I don't disagree with her. Men and women do have 2 different currencies, but in a relationship, if my currency that I expect from you is a hot meal, sloppy top, my clothes washed, my house cleaned. That's currency to me. Now, you can decide that you want to pay another currency. But if I'm not accepting that currency, then guess what? Whatever it is you feel that you need to bring to the table doesn't apply. You can't go to a place that takes MasterCard only and expect to bring a Visa. It just doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense. In spite of what you may want to bring to the table, you have to bring what the people are expecting in return.
You build a house, I'll make it a home, and that's why I don't pay for dates. The number one issue that I have with this is that most often women are trying to pay for the date to prove to the man that they're not a gold digger, and that's the difference between me and you, baby, because I'm not ashamed. You knew I was a gold digger when you met me. You heard the conversations that we had. You saw me grind. You see me get up in there every day and work my tail off. You saw me build a business.
First of all, what's the point of you bringing up the business if you're not bringing it to the table? I can't spend your money like I spend my money, so what's the point? It doesn't even equate. Like you said, we got two different currencies, mama, and you expect money from me. I'm not expecting money from you, especially if you're a gold digger. Now, don't get me wrong. If we have an understanding, of course, you invest, you build, because at the end of the day, if we go the distance, if we get married, you're going to want half. So you might as well be out there with me shooting in the gym.
So why am I trying to prove to you and tussle with you in a currency that's not even mine, baby? Why would I also want a man to think that I'm trying to live a humble life and I'm not, that he needs no gold to date me?
What you're showing me by your outright refusal to live a humble life is that if I fall upon hard times, that you're not going to be there for me. What you're showing me is that any investment I make into you is wasted. When I need you to be that helpmeet, that you're supposed to be for me, that I need you to be for me, you're going to get ghosted because you believe that I'm supposed to be a workhorse and that's it. No. Any man that's worth a damn, this is the loser's bargain for him.
Let go of the shame, baby, because I'm not ashamed, and I don't know, do what you could do, but we live a totally different life.
Don't get me wrong, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting the finer things out of life. I mean, we all want the finer things. And look, and by no means am I saying that you should settle. But what I'm saying to you is that if you want something, you have to show him that you're going to be an asset and not a liability. What she's talking about, what she's advising that you do in this video is basically putting you in position to show a man that you're going to be a liability to him. That's it. You can't come in a situation wanting the most out of the situation while putting in the least. Hey, what's up, kinfolk? Listen, if you guys are enjoying the content and would like to see the channel grow, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated whenever new videos drop.
No girl want to hear how you used to have money. Do you still have the money or not?
Funny that you mentioned that, because you know what? No man wants to hear that you used to not have kids, used to be a virgin. Nobody wants to hear that.
No other animal wipes after they use the restroom. So why do we do?
God, I love everybody. You know I do. But some of your children don't need social media. Amen? Amen.
I'm 60. I've been told I can pass for 40. I'm very attractive to my 26-year-old daughter's boyfriend. They both live with me. She runs through men like water. But this one is different. I want to shoot my shot, so I made breakfast for him while she was hungover in bed. I wore my see-through gown, braless, and presented his plate of bacon, eggs, and French toast. Him, thank you.
Wow.
Me, I'll serve you anytime. He smiled. I leaned in close to kiss him. He pushed me away. Ew, my girl came through you. I don't want to go in after. He didn't touch his food. He hasn't mentioned anything to my daughter, so I know he's still thinking about me. How do I make him see that I'm a sexual woman, not just somebody's mother? I deserve a shot. You're the worst type of mother. You're the mother that's in competition with their daughter. You're the mother that is usually jealous of their daughter.
Yep.
You can't get your own man, so you try to take your daughter's man.
Basically.
And then you say she's ran through. The apple don't fall far from the tree, sis. Your daughter sleep in the bed and you trying to get her man to dig in your AARP guts. You're 60. Pathetic.
There are a lot of types of women in this world, but right now specifically we're going to talk about two. There are women that have a lot going for themselves. They work hard at bettering themselves, bettering their lives, and they want a mate that sees their value and appreciates them. But not only that, a mate that sees value in himself to do the same. I'm talking two people that care about elevating financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, all the leads. Then there are the I'll take what I can get type women. I don't do much, I don't know much, and I don't care to. I know I don't want to be alone, so whatever treatment you think I'm worth receiving, I will take. Because the latter of the two exists, you might find that men that don't care much for themselves will gravitate to those type of women. You might have tried to work with him to better the communication. You possibly helped him with his finances. Maybe you begged him to stop disrespecting the relationship and himself by giving his body to anybody and everybody. Now, you might have dated this man, fell in love with his potential, and thought to yourself, if I can just get him to work a little bit harder, then I can accomplish what I want to accomplish.
Why are we pissed off that Dirty Dick Daryl did not develop into your desired dream that he didn't plan for himself, by the way? You're deluded, woman.
Men like this move on so quick because around the corner there's 15 I'll take what I can geters. Now, before you think, woe is me, what do I do? She's gotten my man. Understand that they've gotten exactly what they deserve, each other. A man that doesn't have much going for himself won't put in the effort to better himself, so why would he do it for somebody else? Naturally, he will gravitate to low-effort women. Whatever you got, give it to me. So before you sit, become depressed, and think to yourself why you weren't good enough for somebody that was below average, before you start believing you should lower your standards and start accepting less because it's easier, before you start to waste years begging and pleading for change and growth, please remember there is nothing wrong with wanting more for yourself. The love that you deserve to have will come. The men that deserve to be in the proximity will appear, but not if you continue to set your sights on subpar. There is nothing wrong with wanting to elevate and wanting a mate that wants the same. It may take a little more time to get, but it's worth the wait. It's not that it's lonely at the top, it's just that there's more people at the bottom.
You know, it amazes me how these women get with men who they claim to be subpar, low grade, instead of actually working on themselves so they can be with their socioeconomic equal. Yeah, but you're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling anyone. See, you do this because you refuse to qualify for the man that's on level. And now you pissed off because you thought that going below would help you, but you only end up getting played. You know why? Men don't like bitches. You know, that's why they always have a wet ass and a cold heart. Hey, your way ain't working, mama.
Hey, the next time you driving and you and your girl start arguing and she like, you know what? Let me out now. Do it. Let her out. Call her bluff. Pull over and be like, yeah, get out. Get out right now. 98% of girls are not getting out. So you just want an argument. Now, let's say your girl is stubborn. She hard-headed. She got out, right? Don't leave her. Don't be weird. Don't leave her. Come on, bro. Well, unless you hit the phase where you hate your girlfriend. No, but seriously, most girls are going to do like a fake walk for like a minute, right? Just trail behind her real slow. She's going to come to her fucking senses and she's going to get her ass back in the car. And you win the argument again. Then now on the ride home, she knows she lost the argument. So she's going to keep trying to argue. Stay quiet. The entire ride. Don't say a word. You win. She's going to tell you sorry. Most women be bluffing. I'm telling you, they're bullies, and that is a bullying tactic. Don't let it work on you.
Y'all ain't met no N-word that don't know space until you come to Atlanta. On my solo, everything I love, they are so weird out here. I go to Clark, Atlanta. I'm walking from class, right? And this boy just started walking next to me. I don't really notice too much because like I'm on campus. Like, hey, you feel me? You gonna walk past people on a whoop-de-whoop-de, whatever. He started walking past and then he started staring at me, so I'm staring at him back, and we just walking together. So I'm like, hey, like, what's to it? And he just looking at me or whatever. He like, yeah, like, you're very pretty. Can I put it on my Instagram? And mind you, y'all know, like, these the type of dudes you can't say no to them. They get offended. Now you an ugly B-word, and your mama's a hoe, and all type of crazy, weird stuff. So I'm like, yeah, but he opening his hand to grab my phone. No. So I'm like, I could type it in. Mind you, I'm on the phone with my cousin. So I'm like, I could type it in. So I'm trying to fake talk to her and act busier than I am so he could try to leave me alone. It's not working. It's not working. So he's like, yeah, type it in. So he tells me the name or whatever. I'm trying to fake type it in and fake follow. He's checking his phone to see if I follow him. God. So it's like, okay, this is not working. So my cousin's laughing on the phone because she's seeing me choke. I do horrible under pressure. She's seeing me choke. I'm trying not to laugh because I don't want him to think I'm laughing at him. Then he beat me up on the spot. So it's like, I'm trying to like blink at her, blink twice if you need help. I'm trying to blink. She's not getting it. She's dying laughing on the phone. It's all bad. He's still walking with me all the way to my car. God. So then he like, where you get your pants from? I'm like, and that was $20. He like, for real? Like, these hard? Like, da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, like, keep walking, keep acting uninterested. He's not getting it. He's not getting it. He's still walking with me. So he's like, where'd you get your purse from? So at that point, you're just saying stuff. You don't even wear purses. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, damn, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, God. So my purse on my shoulder, why does he touch my shoulder? To feel my purse, like the material of it. Move! Like, dude, like, ew, like, that just pissed me off. Like, Atlanta dudes do not care about personal space. They be talking to you right here. What's your name, mama? Like, dude, back. God.
Oh, man, young homies, y'all can't be out here crashing out like that. Look, at the end of the day, if you have to pursue it that hard, homie, it ain't for you.
Babe, yeah, I got this, like, weird bruise on my elbow. I don't even know where it came from. Isn't that weird? What? Oh, nothing. That is weird. Yeah, it's weird.
There was years where my father didn't even make $100,000. Or barely made $100,000. And sure, we had a maid, but she only came twice a week. What do you think happened the other 5 days? You think those...
Here you go, my heart.
Oh, man.
My heart. I made your heart.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just for you.
Mm-hmm. Moment of silence and gratitude. Woo! Moment of silence and gratitude. Man, that can't be beat.
Are you ready for this?
Hey, let's be straight, man. Poor and happy only works when you're going somewhere. If you're not going anywhere, man, then nah. And as a matter of fact, even if you're going somewhere, poor and happy should only be accidental. It shouldn't be something that you plan for. I think everybody is entitled to shoot their best shot.
You know what this looks like? This looks like they just went through the whole dating phase, failed relationships, a baby father, a baby mother, and they just decided, you know what? We're going to split the bills. This is what two people in their 40s look like that split the bill. And it's all right. I understand. You in your 20s and your 30s, you thought you was going to find that trick. And then you thought you was going to find that girl that listened and she loyal. It didn't work out. But look at your man, though. They look like they split in the bills. They settled. You spun the block. Y'all already understand each other, so you don't even got to learn. She already know what you like to eat. He know how you like to be nailed. It's all, you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all right, because I'm tired of meeting new people. I don't want to. I don't want to have to get to know you, then fake it for a couple of months so I can show you how really fucking crazy I am. Nah. So it's either who I'm with now or one of the exes. Because you know.
I'm not going to lie to you, right? Homie really got me. It's time that we all stop being delusional and real with ourselves. You know, we all done met that one person, you know, who was actually a good person for us. But you know what? We was out there, as TLC would say, chasing waterfalls and trying to see what else was out there when we had everything we needed right in front of us, you know. In my mind, you know, it's best to leave well enough alone sometimes. If you got a good chick, you know, who you could tolerate, and she's actually nice to you, why go out there looking for something else? You know, sometimes that extra may come with a little bit of extra. For example, some unintended consequences, you know, or maybe the package that you can't get rid of. Don't believe me?
If you are sexually active, and you know that you have an STD, then you need to inform people of that.
Yeah.
Because when you don't, and you infect that person, you are changing their life forever, and they are making a decision that they do not know.
Facts.
Like, this shit is going to change the rest of my life. And there's nothing I can do. And I'm embarrassed. And I'm humiliated, and I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid for letting someone take advantage of me in a moment of weakness. But I did not consent to this. And I'm going to get justice for myself. Because there have been so many times in my life where I haven't. And this is not fair. And I refuse to let anybody else feel like this if I can help it.
Dirty. I'm not one to blame the victim, right? But first things first, we have to start with accountability. At the end of the day, no one is more obligated to look out for you than you are for you. You have to look out for you. As they say, self-preservation is a must. Now, with that being said, I understand we are all adults and it is what it is. But at the same time, we have to be responsible. Not all STIs and STDs show symptoms right away. So it's possible that you could have something and don't even know it until the damage is already done. Imagine not being able to have children because you had an infection and you didn't know you had it. Or imagine, you having certain neurological issues simply because you didn't know you had an infection. That's way more than most of us bargain for when we go out here to have fun with somebody. So these are things that you have to take into consideration. Prayers of consideration go out to this sister, but we have to be more careful. We have to be more careful, man. It's a different day and age. Hey, what's up, kinfolk? Listen, if you guys are enjoying the content and would like to see the channel grow, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated whenever new videos drop. And remember, the truth don't give a
So I'm dropping my son off for his mom's week.
Okay.
She is not answering the phone. FaceTime, phone call, text message, doorbell, at all. It's her week. And I'm remembering that when I talked to an officer on a non-emergency line, the officer told me I can't make her take him on her week. She can make me take him on my weeks, which I don't mind having my son. He's back there. So.
Yeah.
And if I have him, she can come get him from me.
All this talk about equality, but when the man has the child, nobody gives a damn about enforcing the rules. But if the shoe was on the other foot, things would be rough.
How backwards is that? I have sole legal custody. I call all the shots.
Shout out to you.
She said in court this past Monday, she didn't want nothing to do with him yet again for the third time in court.
Wow.
Fourth time, to my knowledge. One of them was through text message.
So basically you're saying you have on record that she's admitting to being a deadbeat. Got it.
The other three were in court. She stood up in court the first time when I was given sole legal custody on July 8th, 2022. She stood up in court and told the judge she don't want nothing to do with me or Maverick.
Man.
So I'm at this point where I know if I decide not to ever let her see him again, according to the court documents, I would be wrong. And we understand if the shoe's on the other foot, they'll be up my ass like a bicycle with no seat.
Pause. But I understand what you're saying, man. The court system ain't fair. But what can we do? All we can do is thug it out at this point.
Excuse my language, man.
Yeah.
So, also in court, they pushed it out because she didn't want to take the parenting class. She said it was a money issue. Okay, yeah, I'm in arrears because she griped about child support. Hoping she was gonna get $1,500, she only getting $137. Whoop-de-freaking do. I talked to CP child support, and they said, just go ahead and knock out 3 more payments. You being current, you okay, you good. Fine, cool, it's fine and dandy. Her, on the other hand, yeah, I was snooping. I did. She's somewhere on the island, perhaps.
Buddy.
Maybe she pulling, one of them stunts where she went there a month ago, and now she's posting it. And legit, she's probably in the house just chilling.
Right now you sound like a bitter
not
baby
answering
mama.
her phone, not fulfilling her parental obligation.
All right, now look, right here, I don't approve of. Basically, my guy, you're acting like a bitter baby mama. It doesn't matter if she's actually what she says she is or not. The only thing that matters is she's not doing what she said she was going to do. You don't go looking for evidence to try to verify. Let the evidence come to you. I don't see why you care so much.
Hey, man? Is your best friend? You never how long are you gonna keep leading him on like this? You're paying this whole bill? Don't pay the whole bill. You split it as friends. As friends, but friends together. Everybody say, if he pays for the bill, he's a what? They said it, not me. You want him? Yeah, you want him? Cute guy, huh? Hey, sit next to her. Come sit next to her. Empty chair in here. Hey, if she's your best friend, she'll understand. Sit right here. Sit down right there, my boy! I love you, boy! That's how we do this shit! Hey, Miami, we love you! Enjoy your life, man. Were your best friends happy? You're not happy?
You know what's crazy to me? How some people will string you along when in reality you're a furniture mover, you're free food, you're free concert tickets. It's shameful. Not even friends with benefits. There's some sorry saps out there who pride themselves on being emotionally available for a woman, who's using them as nothing other than a emotional nut rag, to clean up the mess after she done got her heart broke by the guy she really wants but doesn't want her. So she relies on you for emotional healing.
I got broken up with because I posted this video on my story. Okay, broken up with is dramatic as I was only talking to him for 3 weeks and we went on one date. But after I posted that story, he was so annoyed with me. He basically told me that he doesn't do guy best friends with the girls that he's speaking to. And if he's pursuing someone, he just doesn't really respect the fact that I'm, I have a male in my life that I love real bad. Now, some of you may be as confused as me because this is literally my best friend of 6 years. He's like my brother at this point, and I would never even look at him a certain way. But this guy was serious, and he was not letting up on this boundary that he had placed. So the only thing I could do was respect it. I explained to him what the situation was, that it was not like that, but he wasn't hearing it, so he cut me off.
I don't think for 1 second that young lady is naive enough to believe that her so-called friend who she sees like a brother for the past 6 years is not plotting or not intent on getting a piece of that cake. As a matter of fact, I think she knows and I think she's anticipating. What's the saying? Beta arbiter, waiting for his chance to slide on into home base. Shout out to old buddy for having the sense to see straight through that. You know the old saying, if it don't fit, don't force it. Respect it.
How do you ask men for money without feeling bad like this? Do you want to make me happy right now? Yeah, of course I do. I want to make you happy too. But later on.
I know.
Well, what do you want? No, I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you yet. Come on, what is it? Then whisper in his ear like this. I want you to take me to the ATM and give me as much money as you choose.
Give her a penny.
It's kind of a kink. I just want to see what you're going to give. It's going to be like, okay, let's go. Then you're going to say, no, never mind. You're going to tease him a little bit. You're going to say, never mind. How about the next time we see each other, you just bring it to me? There you go. It's a challenge. He already know he wants to do something because you just whispered in his ear. And you know what that do. So you got to break out of shyness. You got to break out of shyness.
This is spoken like a woman who doesn't understand men and how they operate. Sure, there are some simps out there, right? Gluttons for punishment, who'll let you abuse them financially. But if you're not pouring into your man and all you seeing him as a wallet, he's wide open for your competitor. He's wide open for the next competitor who will treat him just a little bit better than you do, who actually act like they like him. And then now you done lost the bag, right? How about actually learning men, developing, the right type of characteristics so that way you don't have to play those games. Women that are feminine, fit, friendly, and who don't mind actually having a nurturing spirit when they're dealing with a guy, they don't have these type of problems where they got to play games. Dudes are trip right on over themselves just to be in their presence and do good to them. I don't know. Dating used to be so simple. Courtship used to be so simple. Nobody needed to play games, but nowadays, I don't know. I guess they're playing by different rules. You guys let me know what you think. Do y'all think that the name of the game has changed to where now dudes got to be simps, right? Or do you really think that women are expecting dudes to be simps in order to get any type of attention? Or did the men mess it up by being too generous to the point where women feel that they're due a man's attention, time, and resources? Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far, but we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond, so if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid, click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.
Guys, I was with this man for 7 years on and off. If I were to go bit by bit, part by part, we'd be here for 7 more. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna jump to the end, okay? So, this is July of the next year. Okay. Between that time, this fake seizure in July, I moved out after the fake seizure. He stayed in the apartment that we shared till the lease was up, had nowhere to go, showed up at my door, said, please, help me. I help him, we get back together. That was done. It's okay. It's all right. So he gets us kicked out my new apartment because he wanted to punch holes in the wall. And they called the cops on us a couple times. So find a new spot, tiny ass studio in Hollywood, making it work.
Okay, so let me see if I got these details correct. You and the guy split up. He falls on hard times. Y'all get back together. You get evicted. And then you bring him with you to your next spot. This looks like self-inflicted wounds to me. Yeah, this don't sound like an ex to me. This sounds like your favorite mistake.
We break up for good in March, okay? But we still living together because I don't want to put him out. Plus, I put his name on the lease when we moved in because we was together that week. Dumb. So, I'm depressed, going through it. My best friend says, Mindy, cheer up, pup. I'm taking you to Europe for your birthday. Yes, thank you. So, I'm excited. Best news I had all year. I tell him, not because he needed to know, but because he's my roommate. So, I'm not gonna be here. Here's a heads up. He says, you're not going. I said, who's not going? He says, I'm tired of you and this bitch. You need to choose between me and her. Why would you want to be friends with somebody who talks shit on your man? First off, who got a man? Answer me that.
You.
Second of all, baby, I talk shit about you and you still want to be with me. Make it make sense. Plus, easy answer, I choose her. What? Nigga, he done oopso-lied his way into one too many. It's fine. It's fine. So, the day I'm leaving for Barcelona, I give this man my keys, which, stop giving men your keys, Mindy. I give this man my keys because I don't want to travel with him. It made sense in the moment. We get to Barcelona, we go to the club that night, I'm having the time of my life, we're in the club, I'm out here partying, my phone started ringing, it's my mama, rejected. I'm in the club, partying. She calls again, rejected. I'm lit, I'm in the club. I'll call you in the morning. Now, for context, my mother is a Haitian woman, okay? God-fearing, all she cares about is Jesus and her kids in that order, okay? My mom has never sent a text in her life, at least not to me, ever. She sends me a text, popped her cherry, and she says, I am disgusted. I am ashamed to call you my daughter. I did not raise you to be like this. I'm not gonna lie, she ate with that grammar. She had punctuations and everything. That's my bitch, she did that. Shout out to her. But I was in that club, shook, devastated. I was feeling so many emotions. I ran out that bitch, Blew her phone up, she ain't answer. Call my daddy, he ain't answer. Losing my mind, I call my childhood best friend, cause she in New York. Call her, I say, yo, I need you to go to Brooklyn, please. Go find out what's going on. She goes, she calls me 30 minutes later. She says, Mindy, sit down. I said, I'm not sitting down. Tell me what's happening. This man sent my mama every nude, nasty video, salacious text. And at this point, we've been broken up for months. I decided to dip and dabble in dating apps. I got on my first dating app ever, maybe like...
Okay, how goofy do you gotta be? God forbid you bring people back to a spot where they have to meet Captain Thuggo, her on-again, off-again boyfriend, not boyfriend. That's not the craziest part about it, right? She gives this dude her keys and then leaves and goes out of the country and expects nothing crazy to happen. After you play with this man emotion saying that y'all together but not together, because think about it, right? If you move in the dude with you, he's an ex, there's going to be some action there. And then you will go ahead and up and leave. Like this cat ain't gonna catch feelings behind that? Foolishness.
2 weeks before I left for the trip, I had conversation with like 30 men because I'm fine. So he took screenshots of all that. I didn't even know when he did it. Sent that to my mama too. Bless her heart, she don't understand social media. She think I'm fucking 30 niggas. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? To be honest with you, I think your mom should have did a bit more than just disown you and talk crazy to you. If you was my daughter, I probably would have kicked your butt for being so stupid.
I was a cocktail waitress in a strip club, and here's one of the lessons I learned about men. Men who bring their women peace have the boredest looking wives in the world. Anytime I see a wife outside in the club, in a bar, and they look almost bored, almost like they just don't have anything to engage with anymore. They're just vibing, just enjoying their life. They've maxed out on peace so much, it looks like boredom. I know they have a good man. I would see a girl come in the club and just be so calm, dressed down sometimes, or dressed up, but there was a vibe to her where she was just confident, glowing, happy, completely at rest. The man's demeanor was always very serving towards her. It would always be the man that would call me and say, hey, will you get my wife another cocktail? And the guy would be the type of guy that would drink a beer or have one cocktail and then drink water and then literally sit there and babysit his girlfriend all through the night or his wife all through the night. A lot of times these women would get absolutely shit-faced, and their man would be the man standing outside of the bathroom with worry on his face, just waiting for her, looking for her, taking care of her, ordering her food, making sure she gets blacked out and has the time of her life. It changed what I expect out of men because, just a man who fosters his woman's happiness and fun, they also seem to be the most happy men in their relationships. As opposed to the men who come into the club, get blacked out themselves, don't care where their girlfriends are, don't care how their girlfriend's doing, don't care if their girlfriend's crying or broke a glass or is getting pulled at 50 different directions. Attentive men are literally the best types of men.
Sounds to me like she's describing a beta male simp, someone to sit back and serve you without any regard for himself. The main message that shouldn't be missed, that shouldn't be lost on you guys, the wife was observably bored. Let that sink in.
That's tough. They got you locked up for life, my boy. The hell wrong with you? Hey, yo!
1, 2, 3. Show the camera.
Yo.
Asking my girlfriend to have a baby for my homeboy.
Busy, Brody. I'm just leaving the crib. Oh yeah, for sure. You know I got you, bro. Come on now. Matter of fact, she right next to me, bro. Let me talk to her and call you back. Just give me 5 minutes. That's it. All right, bro. Hey, babe.
What?
Don't even start, bro. Stop looking at me like that, bro.
Cause what? You always telling people I'm about to do stuff, and no,
bro, it's
I'm
just
not
this,
going nowhere.
bro.
I don't want to.
It's just this one favor, bro. I need you to do it, bro.
Okay,
Whatever, bro.
What?
I'm saying I need you to have a baby for my homeboy.
Bro, I don't want to have a baby for you. We're talking about your homeboy, but which homeboy are you talking about?
What you mean, which one? Why does it matter?
No, because who has the audacity?
Bro, why does it matter which one? I just need you to have a baby for him. You know his girlfriend going through that, so she can't have a baby.
That's her fault. That's on her. What if it has to do with me? That's weird.
Bro, that's not
Crazy.
weird.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
All right, I appreciate it.
You want a boy or a girl?
You acting like you could decide it.
I'm gonna move in with him too.
Bro, what? Nah, you doing too much.
You want me to?
Bro, why not?
Who? For who? For
Bro,
who?
why does
Tell
it
me.
matter? You know who I'm talking about, bro. You know who I'm talking about, bro.
Hey, get out of my face, please. I'm gonna do it though.
Just one baby.
How much he paying? 50 grand.
He not paying. That's my homeboy. He not paying. Just gonna have a baby for him, then come back
And then me
home.
and you gonna still be together.
Bro, why not? That's what friends are for. I'm doing them. Why
Crazy.
you walking fast? Bro, I'm talking. All right, bro. Bro, I'm talking.
Okay, mess around, the next thing you know, you go lose your girl for real. Yo, I swear, man, these new cats like playing with fire. You know what I'm saying? And it just might be your homeboy that do it.
Where my baby at? Why you come out here without my baby?
Then why are you recording me? Baby in the house.
Why you come out here without my baby?
Don't you got a girlfriend? Why don't y'all go make a baby?
Wow.
What that got to do with my baby? Cause I got a girlfriend. What that got to do with my baby?
I don't want her around my kid.
But if you got a boyfriend, it's cool.
Yo, she tripping.
So you can bring a boy.
Why are you worried about me? What the fuck?
So you can bring a boy, but I can't bring no girl around.
No.
So I'm paying $1,500 in child support, and I can't see my baby.
No.
See?
See what? Why the fuck is you recording me? See what? See what?
Don't have kids. Y'all don't have kids.
You weird.
Don't have kids.
And you weird.
$1,500 in child support.
And you weird.
$1,500 child support. I can't see my baby.
No.
$1,500
in the house. You can see the baby, but not her.
So he weird.
In the house.
So go get her.
No. You can go see her. I'm not gonna go get nobody. It's cold out here.
Nah, she better.
$1,500 in child support.
And petty.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about I got a girlfriend. I can't see my baby because I got a girlfriend. But you got a boyfriend. But
Okay,
you got a
and
boyfriend.
so what?
Don't have kids, bro.
No, you don't have kids.
Y'all don't have kids.
You don't have kids.
Y'all don't want nobody like her. Don't have kids, bro.
Women. Nathaniel. Stand up. How many children?
28.
How many women?
16.
Terrence.
Damn.
4.
4. Children. With?
2 different women.
Yeah. Ryan. Mm-hmm.
Almost 5 children with 4.
Almost 5.
Yes,
Now talk to me about an almost 5.
Almost.
I have another baby due November 22nd.
So 4 children.
4 children.
How many mothers?
4 different women.
4 different women. And you got a baby on the way. Okay. Huh. And John?
6 baby mothers, 11 children.
11 children. And Jumani?
Wow. I have 6 children with 4 different women.
4 different women.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here's what I want us to get. That these men collectively have 87 children. That includes
Wow.
Jay.
Wow.
With 50 different women. That is 137 people who are impacted by choices and decisions that you've made. No heat, no judgment. I've got some stats for you. Children who come from fatherless homes. And I say fatherless because 6 men, 87 kids, even if you're there, there are pieces that are going to be missing. Would that be accurate?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're not doing the best you can. I'm not saying that you don't want to be there. But at this point now, we have to look at the children's experience.
Yeah.
Children from fatherless homes in this country, 5 times more likely to commit than children who have a father in the home. 32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times.
But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right there. What's crazy is, right, we can read off all these stats, but it seems like these type of chicks that mess with these dudes, you know, it's like they don't have a problem with being in that situation. I get it. Male accountability is very important. But the sad fact of the matter is that if it wasn't these guys, it would have just been someone else.
Would you knock your girlfriend out for $10 million?
Nah.
Yeah.
No?
But what the f? We could split it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Knock me out right
She a
now.
team player.
All my bills are paid. Like.
Would you knock him out for $10 million?
I would knock.
she would.
I'm sorry. I would knock my mom out for 10
Wow.
minutes. Is this going on TikTok though?
It might.
Wait, what's the account?
How do you have my daughter's phone? Where's my daughter? Sir,
Oh, so her daughter doing it.
where is my daughter?
Wow.
Her name is Ejay.
Some of y'all play too much.
Where is my daughter?
Okay. She too childish for this one.
Hold on. Can you say that again?
I don't know who you think you are, but you honestly need to stop calling and texting my boyfriend. You're saying I love you to each other and are trying to be like a fucking homewrecker. I don't know who you think you are. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Hold on, bitch. First of all, that boyfriend of yours is my brother. And if you have the audacity to be going through his phone and taking other people's phone numbers, then guess what, bitch? I'm gonna send him a message right now to break up with your ass because guess what? His little sister is more important than some bitch he met online. So next time you decide to text me or call me just because I say I love you to my brother, yeah, get ready for that breakup text, bitch.
Damn.
My son seems to think because he turned 18, he can do whatever he wants to. He's 18, but he's still in high school. He's a senior in high school. And my thoughts about it is, if you're still 18, you're in high school, you're still at home, you can't pay your own car note, you can't pay your gas, you can't pay any bills, everything still relies on me.
Yeah.
Then you still have to abide by the rules in the household.
Sucks.
Because yesterday, he asked
point.
me if he could go to a concert. And so I was like, well, he's 18. Does he really have to ask?
No.
Or can... Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Hey.
See, you don't even have a reason. Can you go get your own apartment?
Yes.
Oh, you can.
Already.
You can, but can you financially do it right now?
If I wanted to.
Anyway, the rules are, you're 18, you're still in high school, you still got rules. Now your curfew,
There is no curfew.
there is a curfew. You still gotta respect the hours of this household. Everybody has a curfew in this household.
There's no such thing as a curfew.
Everybody has a curfew in this household.
Come
Well,
on.
legally he
homie.
doesn't, but if he don't come in the house, then there's a lot of consequences
Yeah, come on.
that come behind that. You still gotta clean the kitchen. You still gotta wash your clothes. And until you are able, listen, you are not grown. You are of age. As long as I'm paying your bills, as long as I'm taking care of you, as long as me and mama and daddy taking care of you, you are of age. That's why... That's why he respectfully asked if he could go to the concert. And I told him, he wasn't go. What y'all think? What's y'all opinion? What's y'all opinion? I want to know.
Yeah,
18 in high school.
Come on.
He has a job, but it ain't enough to pay no bills. Yes. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Well, you need to. I need to get my list. Exactly.
I want to take a second to talk to all the young cats in the audience. When you're still living at home with your parents, if you feel like you want to flex and do your grown man thing, which is well within your right, you don't want your parents to keep trying to little boy you. So at the end of the day, you go out to spread your wings. Get it on your own, homie. That way you can do it how you want to do it.
Do you know how embarrassing it is to have a man that pops bottles at the club? That's embarrassing.
But you are the same girls that joined the section. So you've never been in a section?
Huh?
You've never been in a
My
section?
thing
Don't
is-
say, you heard me.
Yes, I've been in a section there.
Wow. What we have, right?
So yesterday was National Girlfriend Day, and I was seeing all over Facebook and all over Instagram my friends' boyfriends posting about how they appreciate them and how much they're loved. And I'm just a little bit sad because my boyfriend Jason didn't do that yesterday.
What?
I'm
Yeah,
just not
I
sure.
didn't participate in the dumb, made-up holiday that
Yeah.
doesn't even exist. It's not even a real, made-up holiday.
Wow.
But it means something to me. Like, it's really embarrassing to see all of my...
Does it, or are you making it mean something that it doesn't really mean? Here's how you can tell it's a made-up holiday.
Yeah.
Hallmark doesn't even have a card for it.
Oh boy. So wait, Jason, do you ever post your girlfriend on social media, or are you kind of a guy that never posts?
If we're out and about at a park or something and we get a nice picture in front of an azalea bush or something, I'll make that my profile picture. I'm not ashamed of her. I love her.
And
I show her off online, but I'm not gonna be beholden to this dumb, like, Wikipedia made-up holiday that some dude that was probably in trouble with his girlfriend made up to try to get out of trouble.
And Karen, if your relationship's great, do you really care that much about a social media post?
Right?
I mean, it would just be nice. I mean, it's ironic that you talked about this guy who's in trouble with his girlfriend when that's what's happening to you right now.
Oh, boy.
Your lady stripped me out with the concept of being able to be in trouble with your girlfriend in a relationship. Yo, I mean, we're not kids anymore. That concept's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Hey. I'm so happy that my parents let you take me out. But there are a few things that we need to do before we leave. So you actually have to get out of the car and speak to my parents. And they need a picture of your license plate. They need a picture of your driver's license. They need to check if you have any criminal records. Oh, and I need to be back by 6.
I just went on a date and I got violently humbled by the guy asking. He was looking at me in my eyes and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna say I'm so pretty. He looked at me and he said, can I pop this? And wanted to pop a pimple on my forehead.
Biggest red flag, I would say a woman that has anywhere in her house or on her profile and it says live, laugh, love. Oh shit. Red flag. Those people are damaged. Them women been through trauma. I don't want no trauma. I want peace. Because obviously you got live, laugh, love on there to remind you to live, laugh, love because you're not living, laughing, and loving enough. If you have your pronouns on your profile, the her, the him, the they, the them, red flag. It just shows me that you're not a free thinker. And that's one of the things that I admire in a woman that's a free thinker because we're all being influenced every day. But I need a girl that has a shield up to not be influenced by everything. What if you got a whole lot of Botox and we really don't know that you're a girl? And you got the pronouns in? I may think you a nigga. So it's like, all right, that's a red flag.
Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far. But we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond. So if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid. Click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go. You know what a hood rat loves more than weed or weaves? Man, I swear I wouldn't lie to you. You know what a hood rat loves more than blunts and weaves? Mess.
So I got a DM today on Instagram from a girl who thinks her boyfriend is cheating on her because she noticed that all of his clothes tend to smell like perfume. And she was like, I'm not really much of a perfume user, and he insists that it's his mom. Okay, but she was like, honestly, I've been around his mom. She doesn't smell like this, that this just smells like somebody else. So she was like, listen, can you just maybe go to his job, sit around, he works at a restaurant, and, you know, just kind of like look at the vibe and see what's up. So I was like, you know what? Girl, no problem. All right. So I go to his job and I'm looking around and I don't see him. So I tap on somebody and I was like, hey, like, is so-and-so here? I was like really hoping he'd be my server. And they were like, oh no, he called out today. So I'm in my car, okay, and I'm like, she doesn't have his location and he told her he was at work. So at this point, I have no way to find out where this guy is. I go through his following, I'm not seeing anything. Then I go through his followers, I'm still not seeing anything, but I noticed he has a spam account. Okay, so what do? I follow the spam page, he accepts, and then I start going through who he follows on the spam page. So I'm going through the following, and anybody that has a story up that he's following, I'm watching their story. Now, I see a girl who posted like one of them little private pictures, like it kind of had like a hood, but basically it was her and a guy, but you couldn't see the guy's face. But the timing of when she posted that was very in keeping to the time that he was supposed to be at work. So I'm like, this is him. I know this is him. I'm sitting here and the girl posted a story and she's complaining about her DoorDash order and how long it's taking. Again, you don't see the boyfriend in here. She's just on her story complaining about how this DoorDash order is taking so long. So I'm thinking, if I can go to the restaurant and catch her dasher with the order and follow him, I can know where she lives. All I need to do is see his car outside the house. So we finna go see if his car is outside the house. Like for part 2, because your girl is
Doing
back with the loyalty test. Because ain't no man finna be out here cheating without me finding.
Clout is a hell of a drug, I swear, man. Lady, look, seriously, you need to log off. You need to log off before you get yourself hurt. Your friends must not love you. Your friends must not love you. Who gassed you up to think this was a good idea? I get it. You want to grow your TikTok. All of us content creators want to grow, but God, oh man, look, at what cost? I can think of a multitude of things she could be doing right now. I don't know, studying for a GED if she doesn't have one, babysitting some kids, being a dog groomer. Oh, no, better yet, minding her own business. But instead, she'd rather go out there and be messy and get involved in other people's mess and then drag innocent people into other people's mess because, I don't know, clout? Make it make sense. Mess.
They canceled Red Table Talk, so I had to write a book so I could continue to tell all my business and embarrass the hell out of Will. I don't want Will to be remembered as a great actor, but as a husband who could never satisfy me, and I had an entanglement on. I was very confused when Will slapped Chris because the comment didn't even bother me. I just rolled my eyes and made faces for no reason, and I was more so embarrassed and disgusted at the fact that Will called me his wife, even though we portray ourselves to be a married couple. I simply cannot let Tupac rest in peace and must continuously bring him up every chance that I get.
Judge her off her exes or her past partners. Because trust me, she gonna do it to you, bro. See me, I have no shame in my game. I'm going to ask you what they look like and what they do. Simple as that. Then that's going to determine on how I even move forward with her. Also, that's going to even let me know if I'm her type or not. I remember one time I asked a girl to show me her roster's Instagrams. But she showed me 3 of them was on Instagram rapping, toting guns. Oh, babe.
Oh, nah.
You like crash dummies. I can't do it. I'm not your type. The other one was a fake scammer that did CashApp flips. And then the other one worked at Nike Outlet. Now, the Nike Outlet guy is valid. I support that. You know what I mean? That's cool. But the rest of those guys, I don't see those guys being out here for the next 5 years. And yes, she let all of them hit. So I did my math calculations. And I'm like, yes, you're just not someone I can take serious. So yeah, bro, please, by all means, judge her off her past.
Makes sense.
Judge her off the guy she's currently messing with. Judge her off her type.
Our guy got a point. You gotta check a girl's whole facts. You know, as they say, the most accurate indicator of future performance is past performance. And if she's used to performing for clowns and hood rats, don't be surprised if she turns out to be a circus freak.
I just want to let you know, if you're a woman and you fine, I will never be ashamed of being thirsty in your comments. I'm mesmerized by your face. I don't have no other option but to act a plumb fool in these comments. Yesterday, I told a girl on TikTok, I commented, I said, I have to follow you because I'm never going to get tired of seeing your face. And it's the absolute truth. Sometimes I sit and I look at an Instagram post for like 10, 15 minutes trying to figure out what words, trying to translate how I really feel about what I'm seeing.
Wow.
Because truth be told, I have feelings. I have feelings for I have feelings for it, you know? Real feelings. And I got to say what's on my mind. Sometimes it's coming straight from...
Yo, she sound creepy as shit. I mean, think about it. Let's continue, man. Wow.
On the heart, sometimes it's coming a little crooked from the cooch, but either way, it's genuine, and I got to get this shit off my chest. I'm also going to pet name you to death. You are my boo, babe, mama's love, baby, all of that, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that I'm not ashamed, and I'm never gonna stop, so deal with it.
Well, I'll be damned. I mean, the old girl just said that with her chest, didn't she? This is another reason why I'd never argue with a woman about her friends, right? You know, it's a no-win situation because for all you know, you might really be the side and her friend might be the main.
There's no man alive that would disagree with what I'm about to say. Okay. You want a strong 7. Let me tell you why. 10.
Talk that talk.
Fine as all get out, tat out, body, looking fine, everything like that. Got it going on. Too much maintenance. Too much. Because she knows she can
see that.
And you're expendable. She could take you or leave you. A 9. That's a problem too. Because you got enough people telling her she's a 10, so half of them acting that way. And by the way, the ones that ain't acting that way still require more from you than what others might. And so you got to be up on your game. That's problematic. 8, that's ideal. because that's really, really good looking. She got it going on. But at the same time, there's a level of independence that comes with it, which is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Until she's so independent that she's making you feel like you need to be more dependent on her than she needs to be on you. So there's too many opportunities and too much time that's wasting away where you're not feeling like that dude. You're feeling like a dude, not that dude. Right. Here's where the strong 7 comes in. Look why she can compete with an 8.
Upgradable.
But her mentality is not that of an 8. So she's more appreciative of you wanting her. As a result, she shows an elevated appreciation for you wanting her. Therefore, she treats you like she wants you. On 7. That's somebody who is an 8, but don't act like one. That's what makes her special. Those are the ones that are married. The others, long engagements, quick marriages and divorces, or just perpetual singlehood. Because they spent so much time showing you that you were expendable that you finally looked at them and said, well, that's why I don't want your ass, because I'm expendable.
Yeah.
You gonna dump me anyway when it's time. Why waste my time?
Stephen A. Point.
Child! Jesus!
What's something that sucks about being a man? My wife preaches feminism and equality, all while degrading me and using up all my money. I am 26 years old and I just got married to the girl I loved. 8 months into the marriage, I am depressed and on the verge of doing something disastrous, but completely silent. My wife has been an extremely spoiled child, even by her own declarations. Every month, she spends a large chunk of my salary on stuff that we eventually throw out in a week or two. If I protest, she threatens to leave me, or tells me that I am not a man for not being able to provide basic amenities to her. Basic, meaning dresses of brands I can't pronounce, and gift items and decorative stuff that we have little place in the house to keep. I make a decent salary, or that's what I thought. Every single day, she asks me to do better at my job and earn more money. If I don't earn more money, then what sort of a man am I? This is what she believes. She texts me constantly when I am working and asks me to come back home as early as possible. That affects work and in turn, the money. But if I have to stay back for longer hours and work harder, we get into fights that last for days. She threatens to unalive herself. She keeps posting feminism-based messages on Facebook, and is an avowed believer of equality. The hypocrisy is laughable. At home, she tells me that I should take care of the house and see how tough that is. Which is what I have been doing for 3 months now. I also do all her work at her workplace. She works in accounts and I find the time to do her balance sheets every day. She proudly proclaims to her friends that she works and takes care of the house all by herself, but I know better. My father passed away 7 years ago, and since my mother is a heart risk patient, she has told me that ending this marriage will be her end. I must continue. Every single day, my wife and I would discuss where she should go and shop, what she should wear, where I must take her to lighten her mood since the household work makes her miserable.
No.
If I express one opinion about where we should eat or what we should do, she tells me, please think about me too. It's not about you all the time.
Being a man sometimes means you have to look those people in the eye who have all these expectations of you and say, F you. Your happiness matters too. You can't give so much of yourself to where you have nothing left for yourself. Real talk. Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes being a man is being able to say no. Stop letting people gaslight you. Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far, but we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond, so if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid. Click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.
They literally are trying to turn us into men right before our own very eyes. And the millennials, y'all better look out for the younger generation, because I'm telling you, between this, now we supposed to be cool with a man that could pay electricity bill while we go out here and pay all the bills. That means we can't be soft women. How can we be soft women and we the ones out here working, taking care of our men. That's not going to work. So, now they also trying to make us cool with, treating men on dates and courting men and being the aggressor in a relationship damn near. Like they literally are trying to turn us into men right before. That was next for the black woman, that the black woman now got to become the black man to get a man. I mean, what is going on with us? There's no other woman in another community that's now being required to become a damn man to get her man. This shit don't make no sense, y'all. It's getting scary out here, for real.
Okay, sis, stop with the anti-black misandry. If you haven't paid attention, what you're witnessing is a Western phenomenon. See, women in the Western Hemisphere fought for equality, and then certain women within a certain movement, which I don't feel like mentioning at this moment, convinced you that you were strong and independent and didn't need a man. And as a matter of fact, you can do bad all by yourself. Trickle down effect. Now you have a future generation who actually believed your BS, and now you're mad because they did. This is just the way that it is. And by the way, get your head out of your ass and look at the world around you. This isn't just a black thing. As I said before, it's a Western phenomenon.
Hello?
What?
Why didn't you open the door for me?
I thought you were a strong, independent woman. Can't you just open the door for yourself?
Whoa, what are you doing? Are you snapping a girl right now?
No, I'm sending pictures to my barber. I'm just letting him know like how nice of a job he did.
Babe,
What?
that guy just tried to kiss me. Go fight him.
Well, like that guy right there, that tall guy?
Yes,
Like, why do you expect me to fight him just because I'm a guy?
because you're my boyfriend.
It was equal rights, equal fights, right?
Wait, hold on. Dude tried to kiss her. But the more important question is, why did the dude feel comfortable enough to do that? Anyway.
Are you kidding me right now? Did you just check that girl out?
No, I was looking at her boyfriend.
Why were you looking at her boyfriend?
Because he has a fire fit.
Babe,
Crazy.
why don't you ever get me flowers?
Why don't you ever get me flowers?
Obviously, this is a skit, but I mean, it's indicative of what's really going on with this generation nowadays. I mean, and what do you expect? You have multiple generations of propaganda trying to convince you that there aren't any gender roles. I mean, fine, to each their own. If it works for you, it works for you. But for the vast majority of women, this doesn't really benefit you well. I don't know, man. I guess you have to update your playbook in order to get the best out of situations. The same for us men, too. Modern problems call for modern solutions. Hey, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you two are not both chasing each other, it's not both giving delusional together, you're already on the wrong path. Stop, cut, shut it down. No.
What's your age?
19.
29. I like them young. How does a 10-year age gap relationship work?
That's a perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them.
Okay, man. A little too goofy, man. But I mean, hey, maybe it's happiness. I don't know.
You can train them, They're very young, so, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
Do you feel like that's true?
Yes.
Do you feel like your boyfriend is misogynistic?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with our relationship. It has worked for us. Guys my age are not, mature enough.
And would guys your age be able to provide the same things that he provides for you right now?
Of course not.
Why go 19 as opposed to 29 or 35?
She's a young sweetheart, what can I say?
Okay, so what's the latest you want to have kids?
5 years, to now, yes.
Yeah, biology gives women up to about the age of 27. So I say you got about 8 years in it, so.
Even though I question nobody's maturity level, I think this situation is a win-win. He values her youth. She values his resources. It's a match made in heaven for the both of them. I'd rather she go ahead, cash in now instead of riding the carousel, waiting until she's 45 and then decides that she wants to settle down.
When you meet them in their prime, they don't want no Russell when they.
Well, they get a future, right?
They want a future when they in their prime.
Yeah.
When they done tore their asses up all down the street, now they want a Russell.
This is why real high value men will go after single moms. Don't fight me on this because I'm a living proof. Not in my own life, but somebody that I know.
The fuck? Okay, listen, man. Either this chick trolling, crazy as cat shit, or she trying to finesse, but we go see. Let's keep rolling.
A high value man knows his value and his worth and what he brings to a woman. There's gonna be no child that is gonna interfere with that.
Okay, man, definitely trolling. How about he knows what he brings to the table? He has his own plans and agenda. Ain't no woman and her child is gonna interfere with that. Doesn't that sound like it makes the most sense? Okay.
High value men want children, and real men are gonna love children as their own, even if it's not their own.
Are you flipping insane? Listen, it's possible for a man to be high value without having kids, especially your kids. Where are you getting this from? Miss, I have no children, but you get this from your own life experience. Houseway. I blame this on TikTok. This is TikTok's fault. Whoa,
So you having a child is now an addition to their entire family that either they were seeking, that they wanted, or they were looking to create in the future. Now you have a child, and that's part of my family, and we're all a family.
Okay.
That's what a real high value man is. So if you ever hear a guy saying like, oh, you have a child, or, oh, I don't want nothing to do with that, that means one, they're not gonna love your child, and they're just looking at you as a piece of meat, not as their family. And number two, they probably don't have the means to take care of your child because they're broke bums and we don't want those men anyway. Now, mind you, I'm talking like I'm a single mom, but I know a lot of single mothers. And it doesn't always happen because you're irresponsible. It can literally happen. Get married, husband dies, now you're a single mother. Single widow, like whatever. But real true high value men are gonna be seeking or not avoiding someone because they're a mother. I think the real issue is that when people are dating and they're young, they're like, oh, I don't want to have a child and hang out with you at the same time. It's because they're children and they're not high value men, they're boys. Do not date these boys. You need to date men.
All right, y'all, let's talk. A high value man is not a participation trophy that you get for coming in second place or crapping out in the dating game. And for that matter, neither are men that are in transition. High value is not meant for everyone, especially single parents. On second thought, I take that back. There is a way, but if you guys would like me to get into that on another video, go ahead and comment below and I'll drop some game for you. Oh yeah. To make it simple and plain, this is an issue of knowing your value and pricing it appropriately.
Just like $1,000, go get your nails and your feet done. Here, there's two more $1,000, go get you some clothes or whatever, go shopping, do whatever you want with it. You know you're gonna get hungry, so there's some food for you and your friends. All you gotta do is just tell me, girl, how much is the rent? 15?
Let me break down why I still hit though is undefeated. Because no matter what you say as a response, and I'm talking about there's a lot of good comebacks, it all comes down to a reflection of you. Actually, talking down on the person you let hit makes it worse. If you say, that's why I let your mans hit too. So you let him hit, then you let him throw you off the backboard and his man came through with a 360 windmill. He threw a flashy pass and literally got his stats up. He's 3 more passes till he gets Dimer Hall of Fame. And you think you won? For example, let's say you say it was weak. You let a dude who can't fuck have sex with you. Let's say you call him a broke bum. He ain't got no money. You thought somebody who's a broke bum who ain't got no money is worth having you. Let's say you call him lame or weirdo. You're attracted to lames and weirdos. So this is the one time like you literally just have to be quiet. There's no good comeback.
Do not go through your man's phone while he's sleeping. Don't do that. Don't go in his settings and create your own Face ID because now you know
I see what this
to his
is.
phone. Don't create your own Face ID because with that Face ID, you will always have access to his phone. And 9 times out of 10, he don't even know your
Wicked.
Face ID on there because you're not going to tell him you made a Face ID on there because it's none of his business. And now even if he changes his passcode,
None of his business.
your face will unlock his phone. Unless he deletes your face code from his phone, You will always have access to his phone.
Wow.
Do not go in the settings and look up the word password, because in the word password, it has this little part where it stores all of his passwords
what
that
y'all
he has
on,
saved
huh?
with his Face ID. So now you have all the passwords to his social media accounts and whatever account you need.
Okay.
Don't do that. And especially because even if he changes his password, you still have access to all of his passwords because now you know it.
Go mess around and
now
get
you
your
have
feelings hurt.
Face ID on there.
Hurt your own feelings.
Do that. Do not do that.
You know, bless you, baby. You know, the funniest thing about it is you ladies are going to go ahead, mess around, hurt your own feelings, and still have to explain to your homegirl why you still with this dude. Oh, the insanity.
This right here is what the modern day feminism has done to the family unit.
Oh no, what a shitty time to be an American female. You guys seem to have it bad. But fortunately for us, we're okay with this. See, passport bros have got shit figured out because we're resourceful. We don't give up. We're going out and finding exactly what we're looking for. And we're meeting up with like-minded people that like to get shit done. Sorry that's not y'all. But we warned you. A little too late now, I think, but it is what it is. But anyway, have a good time. Good luck to you.
Damn. Hey, excuse me. Can I talk to you? Damn, can I just talk to you for a second?
I have a boyfriend.
I'm not trying to be a boyfriend. I'm trying to be your man.
You don't even look like you can afford me.
What you mean afford you? What makes you say that? What makes you think I can't afford you?
Your shoes. Look at that. You didn't even clean the white part. You don't have a chain. It's just not given.
Wow. It's like that?
It's like that.
Okay. That's cool.
Is car?
I'm sorry, what?
At your car?
What, is this my car?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my car. Why, what's
Hi, I'm Summer. I'm sorry.
up? What? Well, you didn't want to give me your name earlier?
I
You
mean,
didn't even
I
want to talk to
changed
me.
my mind.
What makes you change your mind? I thought you had a man.
I do.
So what is that? So it doesn't matter now that you have a man?
No, it doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter? Because of my car?
Yeah, I mean, you look different now. I like it.
That's crazy. Well, you know what? I don't really mess with gold diggers, so.
I'm not a gold digger.
Have a good day. I'm good. You know what? Hold on. Matter of fact, I got something for you. Got something for you right here. Go ahead and take that.
What is it?
Huh?
What is that?
Just hold it. I'm saying something. I want to give you that because you're looking a little bloated out here. Have a good day. Get into my real car.
If your man woke you up at 2 a.m., he said, baby, can you cook me a meal? Would you cook your man a meal if he woke you up at 2 a.m.?
No. Just being honest.
What about you, Kiki?
It all depends on how I'm feeling.
All right, it depends.
I like Kiki.
Oh, you another depends.
It depends on the situation.
Here's another question. If an intruder broke inside the house, would you or would you not expect your man to go downstairs and handle that break at the door? Natasha.
Damn right she would.
Allie.
Yes.
Kiki.
All I'm saying is if you don't, it's over after that.
Yeah, I would expect that.
What I've heard was that a woman's wifey duty is based off her feelings, right? It depends on how I feel. But the man's duty of protecting you, it's mandatory. How is it a fair deal?
These are so different.
Exactly.
Like, one is like,
No,
you're even
they're
the same
not.
one
They're
is like
not.
you're both about to die, maybe. Right, and if you don't and the do other it, one you're is gonna you die might not eat.
So it's not about the situation. It's about what the man is attracted to, and it's about what the woman is attracted to. The man is attracted to femininity, submissiveness. The woman is attracted to masculinity, protecting and providing. So if you're not giving what we are naturally attracted to, it's not a fair deal if we have to always give you what you're naturally attracted to. That's going to protect you. Make sense?
I'm going to tell y'all what the problem with dating in this generation is, okay? The problem is the internet has made everybody delusional as fuck. Men get on the internet and see women with the perfect faces and the perfect bodies. And the problem is, sir, you haven't been to the gym in 3 years and you don't ever go to the dentist. You can date a girl with a pudge. You can.
Okay, I agree.
You can.
I
You'll be
agree.
okay. Women get on the internet and see other women being gifted with designer and trips and all of that and don't be seeing how they getting treated behind closed doors. And it's like, most importantly, your man works at a factory, baby. You're going to have to be okay with getting gifted flowers and a card. And you should be okay with that. Like, the expectation be up here. And I just want us to be like,
Like, let's bring it back in earth for a second.
I normally disagree with dating advice given by women on the internet, but she's spot on.
You see, when you guys say, oh, I'll never cook for my man, I'll never buy gifts for my man, I keep quiet. I keep quiet because one thing about me, if I love you, if I am being treated good, I promise to God, babe, you're not touching a thing. You want a steak sandwich? Bet. You want Saturn and Mariwa? Bet. And with me, I have a catering business, so just know you'll be eating good. You mentioned you want black cats? I'm going to pick up an extra shift. But don't get it twisted. If I'm being spoiled, you're getting spoiled back. We're not stingy over here.
Well, I really appreciate it. Should I cover my half or?
No, I got you.
You sure? Oh, thank you so much. It was delicious. But I'm going to probably head up because it's late. And I have to get up early in the morning, so.
Well, can I walk you to your room?
I don't know if they allow if you're not staying in the room. It'd just be easier if you. But I appreciate dinner, and
I get it.
No, it's not like that.
No, I get it.
No,
It's
seriously
all right.
isn't. No, I mean, I don't fuck.
Man pays for dinner.
I don't fuck on the first date, and I feel like you've been kind of like, you've been
that?
acting like it this entire time. Like,
All right. You just wanted a free meal.
no,
Understood.
no. First off, I
Understood.
have no problem paying for my own bill to
okay.
avoid something like this.
Well, go for it. Do it. Fuck it.
Are you serious right now?
Yep. Just do it. Pay for your own bill.
You're a fucking asshole. Like, I have no problem.
Personally, I think we should resist the urge to cast him as an asshole and just really look at the situation for what it was. He was perfectly fine with paying for the meal until she exposed herself. In no way am I trying to imply that a dinner date entitles a man to. But let's be honest. If you know that this man is sexually attracted to you, why would you then allow him to take you out to dinner and assume that he's not going to try something extra? At the end of the day, if you're not comfortable with someone, even if it is not with sex, if you're not comfortable with someone, why string them along and have them do things for you when you know they want something else in return? Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far, but we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond, so if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid, click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.
Let me tell you, because it's really a downside to pretty privilege.
Oh no, it sucks being pretty. Tell me more.
Like, yeah, pretty people, we get a lot of free stuff. We get a lot of this, a lot of that, just off of the strength of our looks, whatever, right? But they don't tell you how, like, literally no guy wants to take us serious.
Oh man, that really sucks. Nobody wants to take you serious. You? I wonder why. Let's take a look at her TikTok page and everything's looking. Now I see. Okay. Okay, she looks like a bottle girl or something. Got you. Okay, now it's starting to make sense. Yeah.
Because everyone feels like we just gonna play them and we got just a roster of men lined up. Like, what? They don't tell you about how everybody think we shallow, how nobody is interested in really getting to know the real us because they so caught off guard by the exterior. They don't talk about people using you for how you look. People literally using you, just want to be seen with you. Literally calling you on the phone in front of their homeboys. You thinking they really trying to have a genuine conversation. They just trying to show everybody that they on the phone with you. Like, come on. We don't talk about how we constantly being objectified. Like, I am a real actual person.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. That last part was kind of funny. How are you going to be upset at being objectified when you literally are putting yourself out there as a bottle girl or an IG type model? Those women make their money by allowing themselves to be objectified. Oh my goodness, man. Make it make sense.
I am not just my appearance. Please.
Right. We believe you. And if you said enough, maybe you'll start believing it too. Hypocrisy.
A man comes to you and he says, I'm feminine until I can meet the right woman that makes me masculine. Is that okay?
Absolutely not, because why do you think I'm going to be the woman to make you masculine? That's me teaching a man to be a man. Could never do that. That's dumb.
This to me is a gotcha question, and it was designed to bait the women into saying that a man can't make you feminine. This is what it's like when a man hears you but he's not listening. No woman is asking a man, make me feminine. That's not what anybody is saying. What women have been saying is, help me to create an environment where my femininity can thrive.
Okay, I'm convinced that when they talk sometimes they don't hear themselves because what do you think you basically just said when you say that? You say create an environment in which to help your femininity thrive. I got it. But here's the crazy thing about that. You're supposed to come to the table feminine. I don't think they hear themselves.
You want the rose to grow from concrete. You want the rose to thrive in a bed full of rocks and pebbles. And that's not how it is.
We don't want the rose to thrive in a bed full of rocks and pebbles. We want the rose to already be a rose. But it's on the women in your family to groom you, to bring that out of you. It's not on a man to bring that out of you.
If she's working 80 hours a week because you're only bringing home the light bill money, then it's really hard for her to maintain that softness. But these men are trying to bait this woman into saying, like, we can't make you more feminine, just like how y'all can't make us more masculine. But you can also help to create that environment. And that's all women are saying. The more at peace the woman is, the more she's able to share her feminine gifts. If she's stressed, if she's tired, if she's overworked, overwhelmed, it's really hard for her to maintain that softness that you enjoy. And she's tired.
Okay, so when the shoe's on the other foot, right? When us men, when we're stressed out, we're going through things, right? And then we're also trying to please you at the same time. If we can't remain at a certain level of consistency, we're considered to not be men. Why is it okay for you to make excuses to avoid bringing your feminine best? Doesn't make sense.
She's literally run ragged. You don't help with anything around the house. You also want her to pay half the bills. Like, what time does she have to recharge her own batteries? It's like you want her to be in the trenches with you in lingerie. If you want your woman to be able to express her softness and to share her feminine gifts with you, you have to help her to create an environment where that softness and that femininity can thrive. What are you helping to take off of her plate? What stress are you trying to help her relieve? The sad part is there's so many men out there that want a woman to make them a priority, but they don't make her one. You don't prioritize things like make sure she gets her nails done, make sure she gets her hair done, and not even just like those.
So I'm supposed to prioritize that, and if I don't, I'm not a good man. I'm supposed to prioritize you getting your hair done, your nails done, damn generational wealth, damn, actually building a legacy in the future, right? Damn my own goals and ambitions. I'm supposed to prioritize something as foolish as getting your hair done and your nails. Okay.
It was like pampering activities. You don't take the kids for an hour or two to let her just relax. You're not running a bath for her. You're not saying, I'll pick up something on the way home so that you don't have to cook all the time. Like, you don't do anything to let this woman relax, but you.
So basically make your duties easy. Fine. No problem with that. But we don't see the same logic being applied to our duties. Once again, if we expect you to help us with our duties, then we're seen as less than a man. But for some reason, with you guys, you think part of being a good man is to help you take some of the weight off of your duties. But by that logic, wouldn't that make you less of a woman, less of a good woman? I don't know. You guys comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you think.
Hey, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
I literally just heard someone just say, how can you hate a job that pays your bills, but love a man that can't?
The same way a man can love you for not paying his bills, the same way you love your mom, the same way you love your dad, the same way you love a dog, the same way you love a child. I hate when women get on the internet and reinforce this idea that men are only worth what they can provide. And these be the same women that scream that they hate the patriarchy. But you benefit from it. Women benefit from it more than men do. Y'all just stuck in penis envy world. And you think you don't. Just flip it. And you see how stupid you sound. How can you love a man who can't pay your bills? What? Same way you love that phone in your hand. Same way you love pizza. It's a whole human we talking about. They bring joy. And if they don't, get them out your life. Paying bills is a perk. These be the weirdest takes on the internet. Coming from the same people who just want to be loved for them. It's totally free to shut up. It costs $0 and 0 cents. How could a man love a woman whose beauty fades as she gets older? Oh, I don't know. You know how stupid men would sound if they said that? Hey, just recycle her. Soon as she start getting old, few wrinkles, get you a young one.
This is exactly why when I hear women say, the patriarchy is the enemy, I don't take them serious because first and foremost, in America, we don't have a true patriarchy. And second, most of these so-called strong and independent women actually praise attributes that go along with the patriarchy. For example, how is it that on one hand you want to be strong and independent while on the other you want to be provided for and protected? Make it make sense. Either you women need to go ahead and bow down to the patriarchy and allow men to take their rightful place as the head of the household, or you need to just go on and admit that you only see us as a paycheck, a serviceman, and the floor mat. The hypocrisy, for the record, I'm not saying that I hate women, but what I am saying is I hate the hell out of hypocrisy.
This is why men don't make the first move anymore.
Back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the first move. It might be on the first date, it might be the third date, whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman. But now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting, it's the third date, fourth date, a week later, he hasn't gone in for the kiss, he doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they were like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story, I ain't touching nobody.
That's exactly why. It's become way too risky to just approach women. You can be walking through the gym and accidentally be in a girl's shot, and now you're on TikTok, and you weren't even looking in her direction. You could walk up and approach a girl and have it be blown out of proportion and recorded, and now you're on World Star. Or you could have a serious encounter with a girl romantically and sexually, and afterwards she may want something serious and you don't, and now there are some allegations that are coming up as a result of that. And it's a very dangerous situation that we deal with now. Like, so what are they supposed to do?
How do I tell the 2-year boyfriend that I still look out for the ex-husband that I've known since I was 18 years old? So we're great co-parenters. And we have a good relationship, friendship.
All right, we got you. If I was a person that you were entertaining, I would run fast as hell from you. You don't have no boundaries. I'm great. I am 100% effective at co-parenting, but I have boundaries. There are certain conversations that we are not going to have. If it's not related to the child and anything that is related to the child, you should absolutely not have those conversations. The marriage did not work. Now, I'm not saying I know sometimes people jump out of marriages and say, hey, we still can be friends. But the truth is there's still an emotional connection somewhere that you have. So the next person that you're dealing with is going to see that obviously there's still a connection. You can still love a person and put a line straight between y'all and say, I can't do this anymore. I cannot constantly entertain you. I can't answer whenever you need me. On top of that, baby girl, you're an enabler. You mean to tell me that this man can come to you and say, hey, I can't do this, and you'll foot it? No, that's his responsibility. You can't take over another person's responsibility. Just truthfully, if you are still doing that, you are not ready to talk to anybody right now.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not healing. If somebody hurt my feelings, I'm going right back out into the dating pool. Okay? I'm either going to be somebody's karma or I'm going to get karma. But I am not about to sit in the house no more with no journals listening to meditation music. That is out.
Yo, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you'd be surprised at how many people think like this. This right here is exactly how you end up with the previous clip. People going back out into the dating game without resolving their inner issues before getting into another situation. Once again, as I always say, make it make sense.
Not all demons have horns. Some of them got lash extensions. They walk around with raccoon hairs on their eyelids every day. Watch out.
If you want to know if you're talking to somebody with low intelligence,
tell me how.
Use an analogy. Okay, just use an analogy. That's all you have to do.
Okay.
Because sometimes I find that when people have low intelligence, we often mistake that for them like just trying to argue or whatever the case may be. But no, in their head, they legitimately aren't following. And not only are they not following, they have a completely different interpretation of what y'all are actually talking about.
This sounds
so
like
you have to use the analogy. And if they can't follow the analogy, that intelligence level is gone. So 2 things that they're gonna do, it could be and or type of ordeal. The first one, when you use the analogy, their brain will be incapable of understanding how those 2 things are even comparable at all.
Yep, sounds like my ex.
They won't understand it, all right? And that's often when you get them making statements like, are you really trying to compare apples to oranges? Yes, correct. Or the second thing that they can do is where they use part of the analogy and try to apply it to the original thing that you are talking about, okay? Like, what? That doesn't fit in the same thing that we're talking about. And why are they doing this? Because their brains cannot actually process gray areas of information. They can only see things as black or white, and analogies are not necessarily black or white.
You know what? I'm not going to lie, right? I think she may be onto something because she just described about half of my exes. I don't know. Maybe it says more about me than them. Yeah. I was a bit of a mercy killer back in the day. Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far. But we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond. So if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid. Click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.
Should a man care about what his girl wears?
Absolutely. What women want to do is solicit attention. So when you wear a promiscuous outfit like that, you are soliciting the attention of other males.
No, definitely not. Like, I'm gonna wear what I want.
Because he has no say on our lives.
We're gonna do what we want to do.
What he wants.
That's it.
It's our lives.
Yeah.
Is your boyfriend here right now?
Yeah, he's back there.
Do you think you should have some say in what your girl wears when going out?
You know what? I'm gonna say no to that. You know what? She does what she wants to.
If his girlfriend is not here, I'm telling you, there's a completely different answer to that question. That's all I know.
You gotta let your girl trust your shit. You can't police that. She does her own thing.
But if I'm not here, his answer would be different.
Ooh, for the second guy, I feel sorry for your father. I feel that a woman should be considerate of what her man would like her to wear because at the end of the day, if you go out there soliciting the wrong type of attention and I'm with you, I'm going to have to solve the problem that you just created. Yes, the way you dress is not an open invitation for people to come treat you funny, but whether they follow that social norm or not, I have to make sure that I put myself on the line. And the least that you can do to make sure that my job is easier is pay attention to what I'm asking you as far as what you're wearing, so that way I have less of an issue to worry about. Hey, what's good, everybody? I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me thus far. Make sure to hit the like button. See, the like button is our lifeblood. It allows us to be able to get into the algorithm and be seen by more eyes. More eyes means more content. Thanks.
I'm not going to thank my husband for putting a new trash bag into the trash can. I'm not going to thank him for putting his clothes in the hamper. I'm not going to thank him for unloading the dishwasher. I'm not going to thank him for changing a diaper. I'm not going to thank him for cleaning a toilet. I'm not going to thank him for making the bed. I'm not going to thank him for doing any of the things that just come with living in a house. Like, if he would have to do it, if I didn't live here, like if he lived by himself and that was still a required task, I'm not saying thank you. That is just part of existing in a functioning home.
I'm not sure where this line of thought came from, that if we say thank you or show any type of gratitude, that we are enabling lazy men and that we will end up receiving less. Ladies, that is not how men work. And could you imagine if a man took the same line of thought and he decided he would no longer praise you for caring for your children, for making dinner, or for doing housework? Men are results driven, which is why gratitude, even for the small things, goes a long way. And withholding gratitude simply because you feel entitled to those things or actions is a recipe for disaster.
Hey, I'm starting to think that humans need to come with instruction manuals because, yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult to understand men. For some reason, when we get into relationships with one another, we tend to have mixed signals. I don't get it. But at any rate, yeah, let's go to the comment section. The first comment says, it's called respect. Indeed, I agree. I thank my wife, and she does me all the time for doing regular chores and things. Exactly. I think it all goes back to a place of respect. If the person doesn't respect you, then they won't respect your contribution. To them, it's like, why respect something that you're entitled to anyway? I mean, that's how some people see it. All right, the next commenter says, tough one, as I feel it's a little pathetic that we require thanks for looking after our own home / belongings. Okay, it's not about expecting a thanks, more so than it's about how much the person actually appreciates and respects you. at the end of the day, are you being taken for granted? Comment below if you guys agree with my viewpoint.
Would you rather date a broke guy or a short guy?
Short kings forever.
Short kings forever? How tall are you?
I think I'm like 5'3".
What's the minimum height?
I would say 5'5" is like where I'm like, okay, like you're a little taller, but like we're pretty much the same height.
You might be broke.
I like eye contact.
You're
So
5'5".
if you're my height-ish, we're making eye contact all the time. If you're way too tall, I've had this experience, you're not looking at me as often. Plus the angle that a tall guy that's like 6'8" looks down at you at is so ugly.
All right, Short Kings, you got a chance with Meg.
Tall guys don't put effort in because they're tall. Let's be real. Tall guys think they're cool just because they're tall. Short Kings have all.
They got to compensate.
Have all of it. They have the swagger. They have humor. They have looks. They have style. I love Short Kings.
Yeah, that says a lot when you consider how much women usually don't go for short guys. But if she would rather have a short guy over a broke guy, then that should tell you something. All things considered, though, hey, Short Kings, hey, +1 for the short guys. Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far. But we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond. So if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid. Click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.
I have never met a woman that confesses that she cheated on her ex. I've met plenty of men that have owned up to it and they've confessed that they have cheated in the past, but never have I ever met a woman that has taken accountability or has taken the blame for the relationship ending, let alone cheating in her past relationship.
Good old-fashioned accountability, the modern woman's kryptonite.
Y'all just forgive my voice and my appearance. I'm recovering from the flu, but this video would not wait on my reply. The content itself is not what's shocking to me. This won't be the first time, nor will it be the last, that a woman will seek out love through the judicial system and marry a man who is incarcerated, have him released into her care, and try to create her happily ever after.
They don't want to deal with a man
who has not had an opportunity to even balance himself out in society. That ain't the first time, it ain't gonna be the last. What's surprising to me is the comment section. We wonder why women keep doing the same foolishness. It's because people keep encouraging
of failure.
Her comment section is full of well wishes, support, encouraging words, and love because they are so sorry that she had to go through this. Why are y'all sorry that she went and found an incarcerated felon to marry?
Because
she picked that man, knowing that he would have absolutely nothing to offer her, knowing that he has been institutionalized, knowing that he would have no time to get into transitional program, transitional housing, therapy, to learn how to be a viable member of society anymore, let alone get into a marriage.
Once again, these men are
she made that choice. She did that to herself. So instead of us saying she's the victim, he did her wrong, we need to be saying, well, love, what did you expect that you were going to get when you married the felon?
That's too much like accountability, though.
This is on her.
They're not doing that.
And heaven forbid she was to actually try a more traditional route and marry a man that is free in society with a job and resources. A man that she could actually spend time with and vet to make sure that he would be a good husband. Heaven forbid she would do that. Oh, wait. Y'all don't like those men because they're lame. They ain't got no game. They ain't got no riz. They don't look the way y'all want them to look.
It's not
so
about
y'all would rather go be with the felons that look the way you want them to look than to be with a man of substance, character, and integrity. Oh, okay.
Ultimately, in these types of situations, it always goes back to controllability. That type of guy who they perceive to not have any options, right? In the beginning, he's easier to control.
You need so much discernment in this day and age because the things that these women are getting on the internet and saying will really have you out here questioning whether you actually have a good man or not. And if you're not mentally strong or mentally stable or actually understand the reality of the situation, you would really be out here walking away from great men. You get what I'm saying? Like, every other week, it's a new standard. Like, no coffee dates, no cheese factory. Like, girl, if you cool with a coffee date, go on a coffee date, baby. Go drink your coffee. If you don't got no issue with Cheesecake Factory, go to Cheesecake Factory. Cause that's what I'm saying. It's not even about men no more. It's about women trying to live up to the standards that other women have set in place. It's not even about men no more. Men are slowly just becoming the casualty. Just casualties. And women are trying to keep up with other women. They're scrolling on TikTok, watching how other women are treated by their husbands. And like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that. But girl, y'all not the same. Y'all are not the same. It may be different tax brackets. It may be, people really have to learn how to fall in love with their life. Fall in love with your life, sweetie. Fall in love with your life. Fall in love with what God has set before you. And if you're not 100% satisfied, think about ways that you can pour into that and make it grow and make it better. This obsession that women have with wanting to live like other women and be like other women and talk like other women and go where other women shop and wear what other women wear. It's all so odd. It is all so odd.
No, you are the problem. You don't know what the hell you're talking about because there's one thing that you're leaving out. These are exceptions. Totally honest with you. I'm utterly convinced that some people were dropped on their head as kids, and for some reason, logic and reason just evades them. Let's go.
You ever notice how it's mostly broke, uneducated men telling women that they're going to expire at 25? Who are some of the...
You ever notice how it's broke, uneducated, unattractive women who are always trying to push back against men when men speak on their preferences and what they actually prefer? But let us continue. Cooking already.
Wealthiest men in the world with all the options going after. Here's Jeff Bezos, literally the wealthiest man on earth, and his fiance, Lauren Sanchez, who's 53. Now, I don't approve of or...
And attractive. Don't forget that. You know, that helps. But let's continue.
Celebrate adultery, and I think this is Shut Up Ring. If you want a video on that, we'll talk. But even after her brother sold him out to the tabloids using Lauren's access, he still proposed to her with a huge diamond, and he's funding her lifestyle. He can't do without her, an older woman. Financier Gwen Adams was 48 when she married billionaire Peter Norton of Norton Security, you know, the virus protection thing on your computer. Glenn Close was 59 when she married billionaire David Shaw. And yes, I know she's a celebrity, but that's rather the point. You know, he didn't pick some 25-year-old starlet. He wanted a...
Are these men older than the women? Because, I mean, if these women are younger than the men, it still kind of proves the rule that men who are wealthy, are well-to-do, just men in period, right? Men in general, period. You know, would rather a woman that's a little younger than them, you know, because of the benefits that youth bring. It's not so much about, okay, well, you want to manipulate a woman as they would want you to believe, but it's more so about a woman who's more agreeable and who could more likely fit into their lifestyle. But, you know, let's continue.
A woman who was at the top of her game. Even the women who are celebrities in their own right who marry billionaires tend to do it post-40, like Selma Hayek. She's married to Francois Henry Pinault, who's worth $40 billion, and he married her when she was after 40. But if you want non-celebrities to look to, Dr. Dambisa Moyo was 50 years old when she married Jared Smith, Qualtrics billionaire. While she has a PhD in economics and wrote Dead Aid and several other economic treatises, she's a giant in her field, but she's no celebrity. But what did he want? A highly accomplished woman. Apparently, he met her because he was following her career. Read her books, loved what she had to say about the economy. So these bottom feeders who tell you, oh, don't be too smart, men won't like that, they don't know what the devil they're talking about.
No, you are the problem. You don't know what the hell you're talking about because there's one thing that you're leaving out. These are exceptions. Okay? These are exceptional women in exceptional situations, under exceptional circumstances that allowed them to defy the odds to get what some would perceive as exceptional men. And that's the thing. See, I'm convinced at this point that the average woman wants the average woman to fail when it comes into dating and relationships because the exceptions prove the rule. You should not be looking to the exception as an example of what's possible.
Something that I've seen for a while now is how high the lesbian divorce rate is. I think it's something like 75% divorce rate.
Whoa.
But why I'm laughing is because how are you guys going to pin this one on men? How are you going to blame men for this? Because it's two women. From what I'm reading online, what women say the reason for divorces in the same-sex marriage is domestic violence, cheating, feeling ignored. Get this one. Feeling like one partner is not pulling their weight in the relationship, which is very interesting to me because you all preach, oh, men are like children, you have to take care of them, they don't pull their weight. But these are two women. So please tell me how you're going to pin this one on men.
Women just putting up with shit. That's all it is.
The most heartbreaking thing about adulthood is realizing how common this is. And for me, that meant realizing that I was really privileged in the upbringing that I had and in the example that I had of my parents, because I had two parents who equally contributed towards making a relationship work, who equally parented, who equally cleaned and cooked and earned an income. There was never a disparity in the roles that they had. There were never any traditional gender norms in the house that I grew up in. And I had two parents that both actively participated in making a relationship work. And so when I became an adult, I expected that that was the norm because that was all that I knew. And it wasn't until I got older and started dating myself and had friends in similar situations that I realized so many relationships or people in relationships stay together just because there is an extremely high tolerance for bullshit. And I get it because historically women have only been able to truly, genuinely earn an income for ourselves for like the last maybe 70, 80 years. So prior to that, if the only way to survive and to live is to rely on a man to do that traditionally, then you do have to build up a tolerance for bullshit. But in 2023, it's pissing me off that the world hasn't evolved in the same way. And there's almost this unspoken rule that, like, in order to have a long-lasting, healthy relationship, there needs to be some kind of suffering involved. And if that means getting through infidelity, or if that means noticing that your partner is behaving in ways on social media that make you uncomfortable, but you just deal with it because that's what you have to do for the sake of the relationship, it's bullshit. Like, that's tolerating shit that you don't deserve. And I think many of us, myself included, are at a point where we would rather be single for the rest of our lives than tolerate bullshit and drop our standards for the sake of a relationship. The levels to which you are willing to suffer do not determine how worthy you are of love and respect and of the bare minimum. And if you're ever made to feel like the success of your relationship is dependent on the amount of bullshit that you're able to tolerate, and that if you don't tolerate it, it's your fault if the relationship falls apart, you deserve better.
Now, I do get that no one should be expected to tolerate unacceptable behavior, but I mean, there's a difference between tolerating unacceptable behavior and being an emotionally mature adult who gives someone the space to be human, make mistakes as long as they're willing to grow from it. And what I'm noticing more and more is people want instant gratification, and no one wants to do the work of working on themselves. You know, in this era of my truth and my happiness, no one really thinks about what it takes to grow into something beautiful, right? And I think it's really a shame. I think it's really sad.
Man, can you believe that somebody sent me a cash app for $3 talking about I'm ashy?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, go ahead and hit the cash app, you know what I'm saying, so your boy can buy some more lotion. Oh, yeah.
How'd we meet? Oh, dude, it's a funny story. Okay, so I'm on Raya. I'm swiping through just the hottest women, dude. Just the hottest women, right? Like, so my type. Then I swipe and I see this, like, gymnast chick. Had no idea who she was, but a gymnast, you know, she must be pretty bendy. So I thought, yeah, whatever, I'll just like it. And then I come back and, oh my God, we matched. And she's messaged me already. And she's liked my Instagram posts, okay?
Showing interest.
And at first I was like, dude, I don't even like her. But then I see she has a ton of Instagram followers. So she must be valuable to somebody. So we start talking. I'm not really feeling it. I'm just kind of like, whatever. I prefer to be with those hot chicks, dude. It's hot chicks. But then she says, like, hey, can we hang out? And I'm like, fine. Like, I had nothing better to do. It was COVID, whatever. And she drives, get this. She drives 45 minutes to come hang out with me when I didn't even want to hang out with her. Like, I didn't even want to hang out with her.
Shows that he was open-minded, wanting to try something different.
Obviously. I mean, look at me. And, yeah, now we're married. Man, you're so lucky. I can't believe a backup in the NFL was able to marry the Simone Biles. Who's that?
I bet she assumed that via sarcasm she was going to show how bad of a person Simone Biles' husband was. But in actuality, all that you did was prove how men are actually more open-minded and willing to go outside of their preferences at times to see if someone is worth their time. And if they are worth their time, they're willing to change their mind about how they view that person and give them a real shot. I don't know. It just proves that men tend to be more kind than women are. I don't know. You guys comment below. That's the way I see it.
If there's one thing this whole Simone Biles situation showed us is that there are two types of women in this world. There are women who want to serve her husband, cater to her husband, and play that traditional wife material role. And then there are women who don't want to do none of that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you and your husband love it, I like it. Who am I to say, oh my gosh, that is wrong? But what I've been noticing though, a lot of those women who don't want to play that traditional wifey role will call women who do play those roles a pick-me. And that's the issue there, because Simone Biles played a role of she is going to, for lack of better words, submit in that first interaction and message him first and initiate the conversation. And look how many women are calling her, a pick-me. No, the issue with that though, a lot of these women expect men to play that traditional leadership protector role, but they don't want to play that catering, serving, submissive.
Nothing but good old-fashioned sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Shout out Kevin Samuels.
Oh, Tanisha. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, because I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal. Stay loyal to the soil, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you need to quit messing with these females for real. Ain't nothing. They just gonna run back to their husbands anyway. I'm trying to say, man, you can do everything for a girl, right? Do everything for a girl, and she's just gonna run back to who she was dealing with before. That's what they do. They all recycle. Like when it comes to music, what's your favorite? You know what my favorite song is? TLC Creep. Cause I creep. Yeah. Just keep it on the down low.
Wow.
You can't trust them. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Tanisha? It's lunchtime, huh? All right, we was about to go get something to eat. Why can't your husband take you? He can take you to get your macchiato. Couple pumps, right? I got some coffee for you. Right there. 2 Splendors and some coffee mate. That's a generic version. Since I'm just a generic husband, I'll holler at you. Dang, that's crazy. Tanisha, you got a flat? Man, that's wild. Who you gonna call? As well call Tyrone, right? Where your husband at, kid? Oh, yeah, he don't know how to change a flat. I forgot you told me that. That's crazy. Well, I gotta go. I'm gonna go kick it with somebody that appreciate me. So I guess I see you at work, though, right?
Yeah.
I see you at work. Let me know if you need some bus passes.
Yo, that's what y'all talking about. Work husband, male friend, knowing good and God throwing well that man wants some cheeks. And when you don't give him no cheeks, he go flip just like that. Even the most simpish dude eventually wakes up. I mean, that's if he has any intelligence, you know? Stop playing games. Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far. But we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond. So if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid. Click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.
No, you are the problem.
For context, I am 21, but all of high school, I was told, like, don't worry, you have, like, all of high school to figure out what the fuck you want to do. I graduated, and I still didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. And then I tried college twice. And they were
Okay.
like, don't worry, you have the rest of college to figure out what the f- you want to do.
Okay.
So I failed out twice because I tried a bunch of shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then I failed. So, whatever. Now I'm being told, you're in your 20s. No one told you have to have it figured out right now. Which, thank God, people agree on that. But my question is, when the f- am I going to figure it out? Because I don't know. Like at this very point in my life right now, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. Everything's great. But I also live day by day. So thinking of anything past, like, I don't know, this year, these couple months, literally makes me want to cry.
Some women, and I would argue most women, need masculine guidance in their life. First from their fathers and male figures in their families, and then finally from that man of their choosing in their life. But unfortunately today, a lot of women are taught that, to rebel against that type of authority. And for the women who understand that they need that type of authority and guidance in their life, they're made to feel ashamed for wanting to answer to their innermost nature, which tells them you need the guidance of a man.
This is an unpopular opinion, but you want a man that calls you out, a man that checks you. See, I can totally understand how being told what to wear or how to speak or how to present yourself as lady can be viewed as controlling, and in some cases it is. But maturity in a relationship and mutual respect would see that that's coming from a place of love. I personally had to learn this the hard way, right? At first I was like, you can't control me. But then as time passed, I learned to appreciate what he opened my eyes to. How he loves me enough to correct me.
I have reached my breaking point of having to do this life thing alone. I just want to be held, nurtured, loved, cared for, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, in all aspects. I want my heart and soul to be seen and held. I just can't do it alone anymore, and I'm at my breaking point. I can do it physically alone. I've been doing it, but I don't want to. I don't deserve to, because I am worthy of companionship, of community, of love, of affection, of support, of someone lifting me up, motivating me, encouraging me. I am worthy of that, so I deserve to receive that. I don't want to do it alone anymore, and I've been crying all day because of it.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. While watching this video, the first thing that came across my mind was I need to check, to see if she has an OnlyFans link in her bio, because too many times I've come across on social media where women like her would use this lonely girl persona to kind of trick simps into going ahead and feeling sympathy for her and donating to her Cash App or going to her OnlyFans page. But let's just say what she's feeling is the truth, right? What is it with a lot of these modern women nowadays to where they can be wildly attractive, but mysteriously they can't find somebody to care about them and someone to love them? They act as if we don't know that simps exist. And since we know that simps do exist, someone's bullshitting.
Things us ladies do when we are extremely upset, but we don't tell you we're actually upset. Hi, hello, it's Ann. Agree to disagree, but please let me know and let's go. 1, I don't know what it is about texting, but when we're upset, we love to use the period. It's the short answers and then a period. 2, we are gonna tell you we're gonna go to sleep. And it's like 6:30 p.m. Are we really going to sleep? No, we just don't want to talk to you because we're upset. But we're not going to tell you we're upset. We want you to figure that out. And that leads me to number 3, because you will ask us, are you upset? What's wrong? What happened? What did I do? And we like to reply with, I'm fine. Or nothing. Listen, at that point, we just need some space. And bonus, we are upset when we did all of that. And then you try to call us a couple times and it instantly goes to voicemail. We are declining that call. And even though we kind of cut the conversation because we're upset, we are still going to be posting on all our social medias just to show you that we are actually active on our phone. We are just not talking to you. And then some time goes by and then you see a notification from us and it's like this long paragraph of like why we were actually upset.
Why go through all the drama to do all that when you could just cut straight to the point, say what's on your chest, and then go ahead and get what you actually want out of the relationship? Complicated for no goddamn reason.
If you with a
and he not helping you out, contributing, whatever, do you feel like he like you any less?
Explain with him.
Y'all down. Y'all doing more than y'all not in a relationship. You could sleep.
Y'all not in a relationship.
Okay, y'all not in a relationship.
So, okay, with that context,
I don't feel like you with it. I feel like if a man comes into your life as a friend, as a relationship, as a romantic relationship, whatever, that if that man comes into your life and sees you're struggling on any level, and he wants to be a part of your life, and then you on top of him entering, you literally are giving him your body and things like that. To me, I can't, and not that I think that is transactional, but I think that if I'm comfortable enough to give you my body, I should be comfortable enough to say, hey, I'm struggling in this area, or hey, I got ABC going on, or hey, you know I live here with myself, and you know the bills is due on the first of the month, and if you over here a little bit more than what you were before because we getting a little bit deeper, maybe you can help me. I personally don't feel like if you with somebody or somebody's with you that they're gonna watch you go through or anything like that.
Hey, what happened to all the talk about you're single until you're married? Okay, listen, I don't know if y'all got the memo right, but just because you're a female and you're giving up does not mean that you're entitled to anything beyond, common courtesy and consideration. If you give me peaches and I give you eggplant, that's called an equivalent exchange, baby. That doesn't entitle you to any of my resources, because as y'all like to say, you're single until you're married. I am not obligated to provide for you until we are married.
You know how we are violent as women? With our mouths and our tongues.
Facts.
We are so disrespectful.
Not just women.
No, I never said just women. I'm talking about specifically what women do. I'm not.
She's 60. Like, she's old enough to be your mom. She's seen life. So can you actually listen to her?
Parents have stayed in marriages that are not beneficial. I don't care about age.
Can you just listen to her? You don't care about age. Cool, that's fine, but can you listen to her?
Wait, what country are you from?
I'm Nigerian.
Wow.
I'm Nigerian too. Like, if you are actually Nigerian, if you're actually Nigerian, you would be a little bit more traditional in the way you see things.
I wouldn't, because I've seen the detriment.
So what, you're disrespecting an elder, 6-year-old woman you don't know?
Disrespecting her.
Wow.
No, she keeps on talking and then you are talking over her. Let her speak.
She's not representative of Nigerian culture and women. She's not.
Clips like this make me afraid of the future. These people are producing the kids that are going to be changing my diapers one day. Ooh.
Miss Jackson, Lewis is in the 8th grade, and he can't read past the 4th grade level. I think we should hold him back this year. You trying to tell me my son's slow?
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to tell you that he can't read, and we might need to hold him back so he can learn how to read, because I think the grown people that's going to be taking over the world when me and you is old might need to know how to read. My baby can read just fine. He be reading perfectly fine when we at home. Look, ask him and see. Okay. All right. Lewis, what does this word say right here? That word say make a knee. Thank you, baby. That's all I need. The call that? My baby not stupid. He just nervous because you here. And I'm not finna let y'all hold him back. I don't care what your tests and your papers say. So you would rather send your son to the next grade knowing damn well that he ain't ready before you admit that he not ready and do what you need to do to get him ready, like hold him back. Yes, that's exactly how I think.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yo, even though that was a skit, man, the craziest part about it is this. That's not too far from the truth. My lady, she's a school teacher, and she has situations like that all the time.
So I'm walking in my local area, just I'm a little bit out of breath. Bear with me. So I'm walking in my local area, just dropping off some parcels and making some returns. So I'll take a shortcut through a block of flats that's currently under construction. I've taken the shortcut many a times. You know, it's pretty safe. It's fine, people are still living in the block of flats. So as I'm approaching my house, I see a Hermes delivery driver, my usual one, standing out front talking to another guy. So I'm like, okay, do you know what? Let me quickly get to the house, take the parcels from him, and then continue running my errands. So as I'm walking down the hill, exiting the flats, I trip and I fall down.
18 per kilometre.
I scratched up my arm, my leg. This is the first time I'm wearing these leggings.
Pausing workout.
You see, blood. I'm fuming. I quickly get up, gather my thoughts,
Resuming workout. I didn't even have enough time to think about the amount of pain that I'm in. So as I approached this guy to take my parcels, him and the other guy stop and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? So they saw me fall when they were watching me. They watched me fall, get up, gather myself together. They were watching me. So as I approached him to collect my parcels, he was like, oh, what happened? So I said, I don't even know. I just slipped on something. It was a bit slippery. Then the guy that he was talking to said, oh, we saw you fall. Pausing workout. But we didn't want to come and help you because before anybody says, oh, we're the ones that pushed you. That you know how it is as Nigerians. We can't just come and start helping people willy-nilly before they say that we're the ones that... Can you imagine? So because they didn't want to be implicated in my injury, they didn't help me. Guys. Resuming workout. I don't even know what to say.
So, of course, men are going to be more careful nowadays. I mean, I know you guys hate it, but this is the result of what you wanted. And besides, it's called equality.
I just want to know if there's any other ladies out there whose dream job is to be a stay-at-home wife. Because honestly, I'm trying to understand the desire to want to be a girl boss or like a breadwinner. Like, do you know how much I would love to just be able to stay at home, raise our children, cook, bake some cute little muffins or something, buy some throw pillows, make sure the house stays nice and organized, do those like nice little fridge organizations like we see on the TikTok videos. Like, that is what I would love to do. Like, my dream career would be to be a stay-at-home wife and mother and taking care of the family. Like, I understand now, like, society's kind of pushing for women to pursue their careers and basically like become men, but I don't know. I just want to be in my feminine, like, you know, how God created it to be, like the woman to be feminine, the man to be masculine, and for them to go out and provide and work, and then the woman to stay at home and take care of the family. Like, is there anyone else that wants it too? Because like, I feel like I'm alone here.
I just want to say, what nobody tells you about being married is that once you have gotten a taste of the my man got me, I'm not an independent woman anymore lifestyle, you don't know how to be an independent woman no more. Like, I went grocery shopping today at Aldi, and y'all know Aldi do not be having no bags. My first thought trying to figure out how to put all this shit in the boxes was like, my man ain't here, how I'm supposed to do this? But I did it. But I ain't coming back here without him.
I don't even know why y'all bother saying this, ladies. Like it matters.
Why are men even asking anymore? Girl, send that man a nude. If y'all locked in, send that shit. You know why? Because it shows him that you're thinking about him. And, girl, you know your body looks good. Send that man that nude.
That right there. Whew.
Sex as a weapon against your husband and have sex often is probably some of the most extraordinary advice I never got. As a working mom, we get tired, exhausted, overwhelmed. But it is dangerous to neglect our husband's needs. And I'll explain to you why. Sex is such a huge part of a man's identity. It's the way he emotionally bonds with us. And it's crazy because God wired his body this way. Yep. When a man experiences an orgasm, his body releases the bonding hormone, oxytocin, in such extraordinary amounts. I mean, women experience it as well, but men do 400% times more. And so that skin-to-skin contact mixed with an orgasm creates deep connection. And I never just want to be a great mom. I never just want to be killing it in the workplace. But I desired for my husband to find me to be a good lover. Look forward to coming home to me.
Yeah, sis spitting that real. I think it's a beautiful thing, right? When you can find balance. And I think that's pretty much what she's trying to say, right? It's all about balance. You can do your best to be a good mom. You can do your best to be a good employee, but you cannot neglect the needs of your spouse. They've made a commitment to you, for those who believe in the monogamous relationship situation, right? They've made a commitment to you, right? So at the same time, you have to take time out to be committed to them. It means the world to us men, whether you ladies know it or not, when you make it an effort, when you make an effort to look after our needs.
It is not the men all the time. I hate to say it, but it's not. And women, we lack accountability where relationship is concerned because we argue based off of how we feel. Or I feel like niggas sitting up here telling us real logic. Listen, this is black, this is white. And you sitting up there telling a nigga how you feel. Well, I don't feel like that. I feel like it's gray because when you look at it from this way and this way, she's trying to create all these different scenarios to justify you being right. How you feel, to justify your feelings. You feel invalidated, insignificant when you're not right, when you're not in control, when it's a disagreement. You can't handle any type of disagreement, being told no, any type of rejection. You know, you become passive aggressive, angry, you shut down, don't talk for days. All of that is manipulative.
Come on, bro. She said a mouthful right there. Don't they be that way though? Come on, keep it $1.50, right? But I feel versus I think. That's one of the fundamental things when it comes to, you know, relationships and whatnot. And we kind of got to see our way around it, man.
Janice? I need to talk to you about something. Oh, man. I'm going to just go ahead and give it to you straight.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I think we should go half on the bills and everything, like financial stuff. I think it should be 50-50.
Financial?
Yeah.
Why? You already got it. So what that mean?
Red flag number 1, she obviously is not trying to be a helpmate.
It's just because we're not making it like how we usually are, and it's like...
How we not making it? You got money.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like we should go 50-50, and I feel like, you know, you never had bills, you know, and I want to teach you some type of... I don't even say teach you. I just want you to have some type of responsibility, you know. Your credit is good now. I helped you get your credit. You have perfect credit. What?
I don't care about that. I'm up in here cooking and cleaning. I'm up in here chasing after these people, like, in your house. I always constantly have to do the hard work.
Red flag number 2, minimizing your contributions to the household.
Just because you got to pay bills don't mean that I don't do nothing.
Chasing other people? What are you talking about?
Everything, when you be having company, I got to chase after them, clean up after their stuff, whenever they got it dirty and stuff.
Nah, that's not true.
I'm the in-house maid. What I got to pay for?
That's not true. That's not true, Janice.
So when you get hungry?
I'm just saying I feel like we need to, that's necessary.
I'm not going 50-50 with no man. I'm not living with no man and going 50-50 with him. It's not even possible.
We've been together almost 4 years now, going on 5. You know, I feel like...
As a man, you're supposed to provide and protect.
I have been providing, but I'm just saying that, like, now I feel like, you know, just give me about 6 months. Go half with me for like 6 months. That's what I'm saying.
What you need 6 months for?
Strike 3, kick that chick to the curb, refusing to compromise in your time of need. Oh my goodness, man. Never do that. Never mess with a chick like that.
Being a man is so hard. So is being a woman, but we talk about that enough. Men aren't allowed to be going through anything, whether it's financially, emotionally, like whatever. See, we complain about the patriarchy, but with great power comes great responsibility. They don't have anybody else to fall on or lean on, right? And when they have an issue, they kind of have to keep it to themselves because nobody is going to help them solve that issue for the most part. And if this world, well, at least the society that we live in, was structured from a matriarchy position, we'd be in the same damn position. When a woman is broke, she can go cry to her dad, her husband, her boyfriend, hell, a man that's tricking off on her but barely knows her, right? If a man is broke, he better get his shit together, or people are going to be judging him on why his finances are together, when in reality, a lot of things can occur, even to the most responsible and financially stable man. All it takes is a few one-off situations or a bad roll of events, etc. And then on top of that, not only are they responsible for their own positions, usually they are responsible for other people's positions as well, such as the woman. He doesn't just need money for himself, he needs money for the woman, and typically if he's way older, his family as a whole. He's basically juggling a lot of things at once. And again, so is the woman, but we usually talk about that plight.
You know what? It's sad, but that's the truth, yo. Nobody really gives a damn about what's going on with the man, right? And the saddest part about that is we seem to not give a damn about it either. I don't know. I guess it's just the way that we're built. But at the end of the day, maybe we need to practice a bit of that self-love that the ladies keep talking about. Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far. But we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond. So if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid. Click like. That helps me out in the algorithm. puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Bagman Ejay back at you again with another video. And today I want to talk to you guys about this video that I recently did a reaction to that went viral. Not my video, but you guys get it. The video itself went viral. At any rate, it's a doozy. And to get you guys up to speed though, as TLC would say, chasing waterfalls and trying to see what else was out there when we had everything we needed right in front of us. In my mind, it's best to leave well enough alone sometimes. If you got a good chick, who you could tolerate, and she's actually nice to you, why go out there looking for something else? Sometimes that extra may come with a little bit of extra. For example, some unintended consequences, or maybe the package that you can't get rid of. Don't believe me?
If you are sexually active and you know that you have an STD, then you need to inform people of that.
Yeah.
Because when you don't, and you infect that person, you are changing their life forever, and they are making a decision that they do not know.
Facts.
Like, this shit is going to change the rest of my life. And there's nothing I can do. And I'm embarrassed. And I'm humiliated, and I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid for letting someone take advantage of me in a moment of weakness. But I did not consent to this. And I'm going to get justice for myself. Because there have been so many times in my life where I haven't. And this is not fair. And I refuse to let anybody else feel like this if I can help it.
Dirty. I was sent the link, which I'm not going to share, because I don't want to violate YouTube's community guidelines. But I clicked this link. Booyah, it took me to a certain website. And come to find out, this girl is a full-blown corn star. I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, she kind of good at what she do, but that's besides the point. The point is, these videos were released after that video was released, where she was talking about getting herpes. I go through the comment section, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of dudes who simply do not give a f at all. They're like, yo, you bad, I'll still smash. On one of the posts, she asks, would you pull out or would you breed? Meaning, to finish inside. And some dude went so far as to say, I'll breed. And yes, I do know. Yo, what does this world come to, man? We living in a twilight zone, man. Have we stopped caring about ourselves? I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I get it, right? Body positivity and acceptance. But when did it become cool to flaunt the fact that you got herpes? When did it become cool to become to be a sex worker and have herpes? This is just another example of why I feel that today the dating pool is just a septic tank. Swim at your own risk, advisedly not. This makes me think even more so about that teacher who went viral, sitting in her car, going off on Sexy Red, and basically was upset with the parents because the children wanted to hear Pound Town instead of just ballet music, I think it was.
And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them.
Okay, I get it, right? Some of you might be scratching your head asking yourself, what's the connection? What's the connection? Well, here's the connection, right? Over-sexualized people tend to be more promiscuous, and more promiscuous people tend to be sexually risky. And sexually risky people tend to be more likely to engage in behaviors that will make them have STDs. And they tend to care less about passing on STDs, right? Especially when you have people going all over the internet making it seem like it's cool, or should I say like it's no big deal to have STDs. Should this be promoted? I don't know.
Well, hold on. From the girl's side, it's more of like the man, he can't feel the expectations of the woman. Guy's side, it's more like it's just fun and games, like leading them on. So for the woman's side, it's more like she wants him to be this height. She wants him to have this size. He has to have good credit, makes a lot of money. It's just like what Bella Porch said, like the saying build a bear. Well, you know, it's not build a bear. You can't just like pick and choose parts to build your partner.
I also think social media has to do with that.
Oh, it has a lot to do with
It has
that
influenced
because
the dating scene so much.
Because you see these perfect people online and then you meet them in person and then like you're disappointed or whatever it is about their personality, their body, their finances.
If you could say something to your ex right now, what would it be?
I hope you're good. He was amazing, actually. He was an amazing guy.
He was amazing?
Yeah.
Then why you lost feelings?
I'm amazing. He just wasn't it for me, but he's a really good guy. Amazing guy.
What can men do to avoid a situation like that? They're amazing guys. They do everything right.
You can do. Like, it's just like your feelings. Like, there's absolutely nothing. He can treat you like a queen and be the best guy ever, but like, you just, I don't know.
You can't do nothing?
Nothing, yeah.
Modern dating rules have made it very difficult for women.
Cap, and more cap.
Most women want relationships, and nowadays, relationships are harder to come by. Why?
For those who don't know, this woman, this venomous serpent woman that's speaking right here, is Tyrese's soon-to-be ex-wife. And in my opinion, the woman's crazy as cat.
Because men are able to sleep with women without needing to commit to them. Hookup culture. Because of social media, quality men have more access to more women.
Which makes it all the more confusing as to why you divorced your husband, because even you admitted that he was good to you. Which makes it even more confusing that you're trying to divorce the man in the first place because he has access to all of this and he still didn't violate his marriage agreement to you. Make it make sense.
No, competition isn't just in your city. It's all over the world. And because of this, quality men are not willing to settle down. Women are finding themselves single, having to compete and show their worthiness in ways we've never had to do it.
You're goddamn right you have to compete to show your worthiness. Imagine you having to pay your ex-wife $237,944 to your ex, as well as $399,000 in attorney's fees. And you want to cry about you're the prize? Sheesh, to me that looks like the man is the prize. Of course you got to compete.
Now women have to step up, or not, if they want to stay single, to find a quality man.
You don't get away with anything. And so you might think you can bend the fabric of reality and that you can treat people instrumentally and that you can bow to the tyrant without and violate your conscience without cost, but that is just not the case. You will pay the piper. When you pay, you might not even notice the causal connection between the sin and the payment. And one of the things you do in psychotherapy is people's lives take a twist and they go very badly wrong. And when you walk back through people's lives with them, you come to these choice points where you meet the devil at the crossroads and you find out that, well, you went left, let's say, and downhill when you should have gone right and uphill, and now you're paying the price for that. And you don't impose that as a therapist. You help people discover that or rediscover it because they often know at the time that they've made an error and then forget and then rationalize the forgetting and then, and then multiply the lies. And so...
Hey man, look, I'm convinced, and nobody can tell me otherwise. This chick here is the female Derek Jackson.
I think people realize these fly out situations when y'all just talking through DMs, I don't care if y'all been DM and FaceTiming for a month or damn near a year. When you commit to a fly out, you are literally committing to go hang out and visit a complete stranger.
Yeah.
If you have not met this person in real life, if you guys have not hung out in real life, if you do not know this person's vibe for real in real life, this person is a stranger. Do you know where this person lives? Do you know how much this person makes? Do you know how this person gets when he's really upset? Do you understand how this person reacts when they don't get what they want?
You don't know all that after a month.
Thank you. You're not going to know all that time, all that through even FaceTime or whatever conversation. Because you got to understand, for most of us, I'll speak for most of us, not all of us. For most of us, social media and when we're trying to get to know somebody, we're only showing them our best side. Who's going to show them our bad,
Right.
horrible,
That's what I'm
crazy
saying.
side? Everybody is putting on their best front. So you are literally committing to go hang out with a stranger. Think about that. So that's the risk you take, number one, okay? Second thing, ladies, you can say no. I don't care what nobody tell you. If you get around somebody, you don't feel the vibe, you don't feel the energy, you can say no. However, you got to be prepared for whatever reaction he has to you saying no. And what do I mean by prepared? You better have your own money. You better have your own backup plan. Because if you
if you get flown, you better have your own way back.
own way back, if you go out there on a fly out, you better have some type of backup plan, backup money for whatever situation. If you don't, and you are merely relying on this stranger to take care of you, you are the dummy.
I'm probably about to say something that a lot of people are not gonna like, but I'm gonna just be real. I've seen it too many times scrolling on TikTok that girls are like, oh, I got flued out and all this happened and it was by a rapper or athlete. Like, let's be real. You know why you were getting flued out in the first place, okay? It wasn't that you were going to go down there and miraculously change this man's mind, okay? You knew what you were going out there to do. No means no, okay? Let's just get that clear. But you knew why you were going down there. So if this man is not your boyfriend, if you guys are not spending quality time, if you guys are not talking all the time, and I'm not talking about a week or two leading up to the time that he's flying you out, you already know what you do when you hop on that Delta flight when you make it in Cabo. Okay? You like, let's be for real. Like, y'all gotta start being honest with yourself, and you need to take some accountability. Like, you cannot be mad at these men because you already knew what you was doing, okay? And by no means am I saying that that's acceptable on any means scales, but you knew why you were going in the first place. Like, let's be honest.
Can somebody please tell me why the girlies on here with like the Birkins and the Chanel?
That was me before I ever went to Dubai. She's asking about all the girlies with the nice little lifestyle, the Birkins and the traveling and all that. I got front row seats to see the answer to that question. First time in Dubai, my friends come in from LA. I don't get to choose the hotel. I'm just following. We go to this pool party and I feel like I'm literally on Instagram live, a full walking feed of Instagram. I'm talking the perfect aesthetic models. Perfect face, perfect outfit, designer everything. The Instagram models that she is talking about. Started catching on that the vibes were a little weird. Like, not only did I notice the women be like, whoa, over the guys, but the guys were super disrespectful. And we weren't even talking to these like stranger men. One guy passed, literally mushed me in my face. Then the person I was with knew Arabic, and she said that the person said something really bad about us. Looking back on it now, I think it's because they thought that we were a part of that group of women. Stayed there a couple nights, and on the very last night, we met this one guy that was actually pretty decent. Like, he was a good, like, friendly man. And he's the one that broke it down for us. He said this specific hotel that we were staying at, and him too, is known for these IG models and, like, to be hired there. Like, that's like the central like thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting picked up there. Like, guys know that they can find there. And the reason he told us this is because he was like, you guys are so normal. And that was like our third or fourth time hearing that. And I'm like, why do you guys keep saying that to us? Like, I know we're not the only Americans in here. And that's when he broke it down. He meant like, you guys aren't asking for money to just like chill and, you know, other things. So that's what opened up the conversation. So that's at the end of the night. And he's like, listen, you need to go to the lobby in 20 minutes so you could see this with your own eyes. There was women arriving at this time just to get dropped off, just so they can do this negotiation process. Mind you, it is like 2 a.m. or 3, I don't know, their business hours, apparently. The same IG models. The guy was like, just walk without me. Go, check. So me and the girl, we walk. And yeah. The guy tried to negotiate with us. IG models, again, like for sure hundreds of thousands of followers, probably millions. You probably think that she's just like sponsored by like fashion brands. She's sponsored, but that's when I felt so naive because I was like, the fact that I really thought that people with normal jobs were like affording Chanel and all that lifestyle. Like, if you really break it down, no, you can't afford that in especially nowadays, but like even if you make 6 figures, like Chanel bags and travel and constant like this constant lifestyle is super expensive. That is not 9 to 5 money. If you really think about it, not even doctors and lawyers are living like that. That's why you should never compare your life and appreciate what you have.
Just hop in the back. Don't waste my time. Here's some cash. I cheated on you yesterday. Stand out here. My parents are never gonna accept you. Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm with this hub that thinks I'm gonna get married to her. I had fun lying to you tonight. Toodles.
This is the reason why you don't idolize anyone, especially females. You're gonna end up kissing the ass of someone who gets used as a porta potty, and you're up here giving her the world simply because of what she looks like. And what is she gonna give you in return? Disrespect, STDs, and a divorce.
If any of you young ladies was my little sister, I would tell y'all less is more sometimes. And this is what I mean by less is more sometimes. Ain't no way I'm at the water park with my kids and you got a thong up your ass. A thong. At the water park? At what point do parents teach their kids, young ladies especially, that sometimes it's okay to wear clothes? Sometimes it's okay to cover up. Sometimes that's actually sexy. You don't have to show everything that you got all the time. Ain't no way you walking around out here with a skirt on and your hoo-ha is saying hello to me. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Baby, you ain't leaving nothing to the imagination. That man gonna look at you and see everything that he need to see. He gonna know everything he need to know. He still gonna want to hit it.
And make no mistake, yeah, we gonna want to hit it. 100%, we gonna want to hit it. But we're not gonna take you serious. I mean, we'll take you for some serious fun, but we're not gonna take you serious. You know, not if that's your what you lead with. People tend to lead with their greatest asset, and if that's what you're leading with, nah, baby girl, nah. But let's continue.
Cause that's all he gonna want to do is hit it. You think he about to take you serious? No, ma'am. Y'all ever look up at India, the one that go with Dirk? Baby, she always fully dressed, and I love that about her. She is a symbol of you can have your arms covered, you can have your legs covered, you can have your neck covered and still be sexy. Still be cute or whatever. But walking around with your whole butt cheek out. Like,
Hold on. I gotta stop it. See, the craziest thing about this is some women would say they do it for us. But look, you're not doing it for us. As a matter of fact, shout out to the women who are bold enough and honest enough to admit that they do it for themselves. You're not doing it for us because you can go all through social media and you'll see a bunch of men telling women, look, we don't like that. I mean, well, fuck it. I mean, we'll sleep with it. But we'll tell them we don't like that. But they're not trying to hear that from us. As a matter of fact, their result to sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Shout out to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels, for that. To avoid accountability and actually changing.
there's more sometimes. Less is more. And in this case, I'm not talking about less clothes is more. No, I'm talking about more clothes is more. Y'all got to start covering up for real. Like, carry yourselves like young ladies. All events don't cause for you to dress like a slut. I'm not even being funny. I'm not even judging you. Because people might tell you look cute, but them same people be talking about you behind your back. Oh, did you see what such and such had on?
Yes.
No, carry yourself. Carry yourself like you know you the Carry yourself like you can't be touched, baby.
I could not believe what society has come to when I saw this whole pregnant and dating, right? I'm still trying to get over that. I have seen so many women recently post thirst traps while being pregnant. What is going on, ladies? You really need that much attention, and I don't care. You're gonna call it body empowerment and you're proud of your body. Okay, great. Post pictures of you being pregnant. Why do they have to be thirst traps? Do you need attention that much? That is embarrassing. It's not hot. Like, sorry, like you're pregnant. You shouldn't be trying to be hot or sexy. Also, if you want to be, send that to your significant other. That's it. You don't need to post it for all of these guys to see. What are you trying to prove? Like, you need an ego boost? Being pregnant is a beautiful thing. I agree. Show off you're pregnant. I'm happy for you. But be classy. Stop with the pregnant thirst traps. It's embarrassing.
The modern woman's thirst for attention and validation, especially from strangers, knows no end. It's insatiable. And I'm of the belief that is one of the main reasons why relationships and ultimately Marriage nowadays is a joke. I'm not saying that if you want a relationship that you shouldn't be in one. But what I am saying is you have to take into consideration that there's a great chance when you get with this woman, your thoughts and your opinions may be of little consequence to her. I know a lot of times in videos on this channel, you know, I tend to go in on the ladies, right? But at the same time, we can't be afraid to go ahead and give props, you know, to a lady who calls it like it is. Shout out to this chick right here who calling it like it is. Yo, we need to see more feminine accountability just like this. And we can't expect to see more of it if we don't take the time to give them their accolades when they do the right thing. Bravo, sis. Bravo.
We've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women.
Hey, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me so far, but we're trying to take this bad boy to 1,000 subs and beyond, so if you can, go ahead and click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way I can make the channel grow. And when you watch a vid, don't be afraid, click like. That helps me out in the algorithm, puts me in front of more eyes, which means I'm able to stay here longer and give you guys more content. Let's go.